32. Everybody, welcome back to another piping hot edition of Heat Check, featuring myself, Jake Lucas. Good to be back here. The big fella Zach O'Brien stands about 6'5", maybe 6'6" on a good day.
6'6" on a good day.
Okay, and your boy in the Giants
once touched the rim.
Baseball cap.
He once touched the rim.
No, actually,
once touched the rim. Did you know that? He did.
Once.
I think I've seen it.
Okay. Admittedly, I can't jump high, but I did one time in my career. And granted, it was in Lake Tahoe, so I had some elevation going for me, but I dunked in a real high school basketball game. That's a fact.
Okay. Well, not sure about that, but the other guy here is Artavon Davron. He's at the bottom of the screen.
I got receipts and witnesses, Jake. Don't be questioning my credibility.
I'm sure you do.
You know how pathetic it is for me to even say that I only did it once? I'm clearly not lying. Anyways.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's good to have you here, everybody. Last week was a bit of a cluster F. Just to give you a quick background on what was the busiest week of my life.
Hand up for accountability. It was my fault. I did not know how to play the videos. I got ahead of myself and I cut the show off twice, which means I couldn't really promote it. Views were down. You weren't there. What is the because this is episode 32. I called it the Magic Johnson, and I was
very for you right here, pal.
Ricky running waters. That's
Ricky Waters. Ricky Waters.
Boom! There you are. There's your answer.
And here's the first flag of the show. I know I had an Amari Stoudemire who wore number 32, and I was going to wear that. I couldn't find it in my collection of jerseys. I had 2 Marions, 2 Nashes, and I know I had an Amari. The only thing I'm thinking is that I might have gotten it autographed, and then I just never replaced it. Anyways, this could be the Amari Stoudemire, but I would like to know. So 32, episode 32 means 8 months. Of those 8 months, what do you think the attendance is from all 3 of us?
I've never missed.
You're 32 for 32?
Oh no, you showed up. You've showed up a couple times the last 5 minutes.
One time you were on vacation for the last hour. No, that counts. That counts. No, you're right. You're right.
That 15 minutes or more on every episode.
I'll give you that. Now, how many have I missed?
Not sure.
I think Jake, that was your first one, Jake, right?
My miss? No, that was like my second or third. Me and you have both missed around 2 or 3.
I'm like a good version of Cal Ripken. Because Cal Ripken, I would never be associated with Cal Ripken.
Art Art's streak isn't game started; it's appearances, and sometimes he'll go like a third of an inning and get shelled, kind of deal.
I honestly
have we talked about Cal Ripken being overrated on this show?
No, it's funny. I was just listening about him today, but no, I haven't heard that from you at least lately.
Yeah. Wildly overrated. We can talk about that another time.
I think me and you might have talked about it when Jake wasn't there.
I ruined the Orioles for 10 years. Literally made the team unbearably bad because the guy said I got to play 162 even though I'm one of the worst players in ball. And then he had one steroid year to pick him up. Everybody was really thinking he was back. The guy just juiced so hard and had like a Barry Bonds, Ellis Burks, Brady Anderson, Brett Boone type year in the middle of it all. But the fact that guy was playing 162 games at that level.
What about the All-Star game when it was his last one and they just grooved him one right down the plate so he could hit a home run?
That's good.
And it was like this historic baseball moment.
They did the same to Jeter.
I like that.
And real quick,
his last game.
Real quick, Jake, before I let you get this show back on the rails, because we've clearly started off the rails. You guys know the Kevin Costner rumor that is said now to be proven not to be true, but you know what it is, right?
Oh, he couldn't get it up?
What? couldn't get it up. No,
Some
Kevin
LA,
Costner
his
and,
LA psychologist was telling everyone around town that he couldn't get it up, and he was she was doing marriage counseling for him.
what?
maybe he had a
Kevin
threesome
Costner
with
or
Cal
Cal-
Ripken.
Kevin Costner or Cal Ripken?
Kevin
Costner.
But did Costner and Cal have a threesome with Cal's wife?
Oh, Cal
No,
walked in on Costner, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, this is the rumor. If you go to Snopes.com, which usually either proves any of the rumors to be right or wrong, it says
rumors and stuff.
it says that it's been debunked. But the rumor, and you can look it up, this part is true. At one part during the streak, the Orioles canceled their game because they said their electrical, like the lights didn't work. And the rumor is Cal Ripken left to go to the game, came back home because he forgot something, and Kevin Costner was banging his wife.
Yeah.
And then the Orioles, he was so distraught, he said he wasn't coming, but they didn't want to break the streak. So the Orioles canceled the game and said it was because the lights weren't working. You never heard that, Art?
I think I heard that from you, Zach.
Yeah, I think I've heard that from you as well. My one and only source is
Yeah,
young Zach Ryan.
same here.
What, do you think I made it up?
For us.
Do you think I made it up?
No, I believe you. I was just with Jake. I remember you telling me that. I think I did bring this up like a few months ago as I'm starting to have flashbacks. Danny said Cal Ripken was great. I say go check out his numbers. He's got a fake WAR, I'm sure, because nobody's checking in on his defensive metrics, and nobody knows how the defense is calculated. So everybody that they like a player, they up his WAR. They say this guy's great at defense. Have you seen it? Cal Ripken, what a third base he plays. No, he was below average. The guy was just
he was a shortstop forever.
Yeah. That's why people think he was good at third. No, the guy was whatever at third, man.
Yeah, A-Rod too wasn't a great third baseman at the end of his career.
Well, Jeter was actually should have been the shortstop when he went to the Yankees, but Jeter didn't want to give that up. Anyways, little Artie
It
feels
worked
about
out for them, I'd say. It worked out for the Yanks just fine.
They ended up winning one in 2009. But little Artie feels about Cal Ripken like big Artie felt about Craig Biggio. But anyways, we're burying the lead, and you can hear the lead in the background. I went very briefly to your daughter's birthday. I know you moved up the dinner for tonight, so shout out to your daughter. Happy birthday. You should have brought her in so we could sing it.
So I'm staying in my mother-in-law. She's staying. Well, I'm staying. My mother-in-law's standing here. She's like, I do not want the children in my room. Like, I'm doing a podcast. I'm going to bring my daughter in to start the show. It's my house.
Yeah.
I do not want them in that room.
It's not your house when she's there, bud.
Unbelievable. It's unreal. Anyway, so just a quick background on what's been going on in my world, because we got parents and everything out there. I had a school orientation last Monday. The step mother-in-law flew in there, done that. Chile.
2 of them.
She's from Chile. We got my 2-year-old Jordy started a new school Wednesday. Mila started TK at a brand new elementary school Wednesday as well. Got those drop-offs on hand. We got my daughter's fourth birthday party yesterday. Today's our actual fourth birthday. We just had my parents
6
over.
days a week.
Yeah. And I have auditions everywhere. Life is coming at me fast, guys.
Coming at you fast.
Shit is nuts. Okay. There's not a second in the day to breathe. All right. So I'm happy to be here on this online Kick It with our online community. I want to say what's up to Don Peralta. Sorry I didn't show on Friday to the game. That's another story. Hercules from Danville. We got Sweets, of course. We got Rags Adocious holding it down for us on the East Coast. So yeah, thanks to everyone who's online checking us out. It seems there was a thirst for the daddies and heat check, and now we're here. We're serving you some hot heat, and we're checking.
We got topics up the wazoo, and I just want to quickly say I had to leave your party. I came right on time, came there at noon sharp, and then basically shout out to Dano because we got thrown right into Tentville. The first thing was like, oh yeah, assemble this tent, as if I can do anything. I'm the furthest thing from MacGyver you'll ever meet. I could barely put together anything that comes in the mail from anywhere, let alone like IKEA or something. But Dano's a former Marine, and we got it done. A little help from Joe Starkey, but we got that tent put up properly. I had a slice of pizza. Gave your daughter. I said I don't have time to go get a gift, so I gave your wife. I gave her a $20 bill and a $2 bill, and I said, just go have her get whatever she wants, and then the $2 bill is for good luck. But then, anyways, then I met up with Artie.
She kept that. She took that from you.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna give it to you. Your daughter would have never seen it. did that on purpose.
Someone's got to go gamble on the ponies, baby. Maybe.
Anyway, so
get me a new treehouse.
I left. Well, yeah. Well, now you know. So if she pretends like that didn't happen, I was hoping she would just put it in her piggy bank. Anyways, I left early to go meet up with Art to celebrate the life of apparently an El Cerrito legend. I don't think as many people are going to show up to my memorial service as how many showed up for Scott. And so, yeah, that was pretty much the day yesterday. But yeah, you know, it was a celebration of life on the good side because she's still alive and healthy, and then the celebration of life for somebody that lived a long life. And there was a lot of people that came out and showed support.
For sure. So shout outs to the Faulkners and everything they've had to go through in a pretty, rough patch. But let's try to talk some positive news here. As you said, it's a celebration of life. My daughter's an amazing 4 years old. She's dressed as a princess right now. We just had a great just sung happy birthday to her, gave her some cake, and I ran in here. So
nice.
Now they're running around. Yeah.
Real quick, because we're going to do a quick rewind before we go forward. I had a couple things I wanted to address. We got Mr. Ursini claiming that I was a little off on Cal Ripken, that he was great through the 90s, early 90s, and I just had to quickly look on my phone because I was sure I could be wrong. But, a quick Google and a quick look at that man's stats will tell you he had a 718 OPS in 89, a 756 OPS in 1990, a 689 OPS in 1992, and a 748 OPS in 1993. So not exactly monster years out of your third baseman. And then he had his one really big year that was either the steroid
that was probably Roy.
No, that's not his steroid-driven one. So
you can always spot the Royd year.
Well, no, but this isn't necessarily. This is actually just the best year of his life, which is probably why Danny still has him on the pedestal. Fair enough. He does have a 940 OPS mixed in there in 1991. His steroid year was basically he bounced around between 710, 750, and 810 for about 10 years, but really very rarely got to 800. He only had an OPS 800 twice in the decade, and then he out of nowhere gets to 950 in 1999. During the steroid boom. So he had a steroid year, which was fun.
That was probably.
What year did Brady Anderson hit 51 jacks?
Oh, that's my favorite.
98, 96, 98.
It's right around there. Oh, we didn't even know what we were living through, man. That was the glory years.
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
And my favorite video is when somebody breaks it down, or I don't think Bonds came outright and said it, but somebody broke it down that at the All-Star game when Bonds was still not on the cream and clear, and I think either McGuire picked him up, and then like Sosa took him on the other shoulder or something, and Bonds was like, F this crap. These fools are clearly loaded. I'm about to start Manson, and then Bonds went on the most epic run of all time. Yeah. Oh, those were the glory years, boys. We were like, what? We were like probably like in our mid-teens.
98, we were 13, 14. Yeah, we were off.
Glory days.
So Danny, I'll give it to you. I have no idea what the record was, but just to engage with the chat line, it was really just more fun, and it was more just a way I thought about Cal Ripken because I didn't like him.
Art's not moving off this.
But that's one. But then number two, we talked about grooving the fastball in the All-Star game, and I just wanted to tell the story because we were talking a little bit about people who had passed, which it's like the theme of our show every day. We're talking about that. I don't know if you remember when Jose Fernandez passed, and it was one of the more emotional baseball games that I've ever watched with a lot of tears and
really.
But that sudden death on the boat in the middle of the night with him and his buddy.
They were doing cocaine and driving crazy, and they were drunk on the boat, and they hit a rock. I'm just surprised that death hit you hard, Artie.
No, that death hit the Marlins very hard.
Yeah, the vibe at that game at the following game was crazy.
Like the ceremonies? Oh, okay.
Deep emotion was running in that game. Yeah. And I was going to say is, you were talking about the fastball that was grooved. And Bartolo Colon really knew the assignment that day. And I don't know if you've ever seen the clip. We should get the clip, show it someday.
No.
Bartolo, and they always talk about it, and it's such a Bartolo Colon thing to do. Just absolutely served one up for D. Gordon, the little lefty who can't hit for no power.
I do remember that.
And D. Gordon hit leadoff homer, and everybody's crying, and you really can tell.
Yep.
Bartolo understood the assignment. He didn't care. He said, "I'm grooving this mofo a high
for the moment. For
87
the
mile
moment.
an hour."
Yeah.
He threw him 87 mile an hour up right down Broadway on
Yeah.
the.
Yeah.
It was like let's do what's supposed to be done here. And D took
I
care of it.
actually, now that you've said it, at first I was like, I mean, I remember him dying, and I remember being like, that sucks, but I don't remember. But now I'm totally remembering. I remember that more as the D Gordon moment than
He
I
was
remember it as the Fernandez moment. Yeah.
You saying D Gordon just brings me right back. I remember watching that live. It was like on national TV.
Yep.
And
It was on
everyone was like,
ESPN,
"Oh my god!" Like the heavens broke open from above.
Yeah,
just grooved one to him. Another
Bartolo being Bartolo. Better you dig, you know.
And since we're talking about that, it was Barry Bonds, I think, last AB at Oracle Park. Jake Peavy was on the hill and grooved one to Bonds, and Bonds just got under it and like flew out to the warning track. And it was kind of the same thing. Peavy understood the assignment. Bonds knew what was coming, and he just missed it, and that was his last AB.
So you guys are lightweight into conspiracy theories here. Why would Jake Peavy want Bonds' last at bat to be a home run?
I'm pretty sure he admitted as much.
Really?
Because it's bigger than one bat. Jake Peavy's already cemented. Doesn't matter for him. And he's like, dude, this is the legend, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see if we can go out with Jack. He don't care.
All right. Well, a couple of things as we're 16 minutes into the show and we haven't even started what we're supposed to do.
People are enjoying what we're talking about, Zach. No need to rush.
Number one, I don't think there is a shared athlete that Artie and I love similarly than Bartolo Colon. I love Bartolo Colon more than anything in the world, and I know Art probably loves him more than me. And I would.
You're not supposed to as a Giants fan, I'll tell you that. So, he was on the Angels.
Expo days.
Oh, Angels when we lost.
Oh,
yeah, but he was also on like 10 other teams.
Was he good?
You gotta give him a break.
Yeah, he was good. He was grooving 90, like 8 damn near on that team.
Yeah,
I think of him as a Met and Indian.
Yeah,
and then second thing, and then if you want to get the show back on the road, Artie's best take is how much the Oakland A's, if it's true that Bonds was willing to play for anybody when he got blackballed, when he retired, even though his numbers were insanely better than most of the players playing, Artie's best take ever. And he's, as far as I'm concerned, it was an original take. I don't think he took it from anybody, and I never heard anybody else say it. Why the Oakland A's did not sign Barry Bonds is beyond me. Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest missteps ever.
It made no sense.
But imagine the Bay Area hysteria. All Giants fans would have just been like, we're A's fans now until he retires.
Yeah. You know how many Giants fans would have went to A's games, and you probably
would have saved the franchise. Probably would have saved the A's as a franchise.
And they probably
he would have had a 950 OPS. Speaking of Danny says, why is the OPS the end all be all? I love the OPS. It's real easy. Did you get on base and did you slug? What else do you want in baseball? You want your ass on base and you want to be slugging.
Yeah, I agree with you. OPS is, I think it's becoming pretty much widespread that everybody considers that the number one. But just think about, they would have converted some Giants fans to A's fans. There definitely would have been so many people in the seats. It would have been such a good move. That's why I think, not to go conspiracy theory, J. Lou, but probably it was like unstatedly mandated that nobody was allowed to sign him because there's no baseball explanation for it.
He was blacklisted, obviously. I think, if you're the A's around that time, you had Frank Thomas, you had David Justice, you get a lot of these old school, big time names as your DHs late in their career. So Barry Bonds was a perfect fit.
Bill and Barry, a couple peas in a pod.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I would have got
a jersey.
I would have become an A's fan for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you really caught that one.
Who?
Bill and Barry, a couple peas in a pod.
Bill and Barry.
What does that mean?
Zach and Barry Bonds?
Blacklisted.
Oh, okay. That's a deep cut.
God, Artie, what did I do to you? I already told you how bad of a day I'm having, and you're coming out of the gates. You're coming out of the gates with that.
Maybe, are you understanding it? Maybe, because I don't want to be too much out there.
Talking about the industry. Yes, I understand. That's a deep cut, as Jake said. Why would you do that to me? I said you're having a bad day. Let me throw this grenade at you.
I didn't think that's how you'd feel about that. I think that's a little bit more.
It hurts, bro. It hurts every time I turn on the radio.
Rental
And I hear
car.
somebody that's not as good as me. It hurts. So
Yeah,
yes, that
but
hurts.
Blacklisted is a little different than, I don't know. Anyhow, I didn't mean it
Same
like that.
shit.
How about we put it that way? It wasn't meant
Let's
to.
just say this.
create
Greg
negative
Papa,
emotion.
Greg Papa, who needs him? Paulie Mack, who needs him? Tom Tolbert, who needs him? They all,
Guys. Yeah, who needs
yeah.
the best in the business?
who needs him?
Tom-
So I would
Tom
take it
Tolbert,
as
I
an
think Tom-
insult.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'm in the company of Tom Tolbert and Greg Papa. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But speaking of which, before again we get started, and we're 20 minutes in now. What was up? What was up with the Paulie Mack? Now I'll take a 10-yard flag, but
Yeah.
I never signed up for it. Now you won some tickets to the game, but then you ended up standing it up. So if he's watching right now, you should be saying something to him.
Yeah, so I was texting with Don Peralta throughout the whole thing. First
Yeah.
of all, no one would come with. I couldn't get a second. Third of all, my wife was like, "You better not go to a Giants game tonight. My mom is in town. We got to hang out. It's Mila's birthday weekend and blah blah blah." So I'm
Birthday
like,
weekend. First of all, how many days? I never got more than one day. I had
Me
one
neither.
day where I got cake, and that was
People
my
are out here
birthday.
spending a month on their birthday. People are out here telling you January 1st, FYI, it's my birthday
it's-
month. I need you to treat me well until January 28th.
first of all, it's Mila's. It's not Mila's fault. Okay,
No,
Mila's
not at
innocent in
all.
all of this.
We
No,
love Mila.
no, of course
All it
not.
was
me.
is an excuse
We love
to
all-
make
we
me
love
not
everyone.
go.
We're talking about birthday months here. There's no
It's
one's
an
fault.
excuse to not have me go out and have fun with Paulie and Dom and the rest of the P&P army. So
My guess is, I'm gonna give a little guess without knowing a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
My guess is, the week before that, you might not have been pulling your weight, and so my guess is leading up, it really made it harder to get you out of that house because that's usually how it goes. You're on struggle mode, X, Y, and Z's happening, and then you're trying to pull another one, and that next one is the one that usually gets you, where it's like,
Well,
are you
yeah.
serious? The look of hell. You're just like, you're saying after all this is what you're saying.
there might be something to that, Art. There might be something to that.
Yeah,
But just want to.
yeah.
I really wanted to see Dom. Really want to see Paulie. Really want to see Tony and the whole gang.
Yeah.
Obviously, would love to see Rags, but he's on the East Coast. He wasn't there. John Joseph, if he was there, I would have loved to see him. All those guys.
I should have went with you. I mean, I didn't want it to cause like a fight between your wife. I didn't really have it in me that day. But shout out to Paulie Mack so what happened? You were watching his podcast and they did like a contest.
Yeah,
and
well,
you got picked for the
Dom asked me if I wanted to be included on the, give out the free tickets.
spin out the wheel or whatever.
Yeah, spin the wheel, and I won a couple free tickets, and
Yeah.
all was jolly and good. Those are the homies.
Yeah, for the
and-
brand.
I mean,
Hashtag-
flag's probably bigger on me, right? I was at the game and didn't end up in section 202, so apologies there.
No,
I was just with my daughter and her best friend, and it felt like that was a hard vibe to move away from. They were having the time of their life. I just wanted to give them my undivided attention. So again, with the theme of the daddies, and you guys get kind of annoyed at me all the time. I said I don't know what to tell you tonight. I can't start at 8 and end at 9:30. I kind of have some, I make some decisions and I stick with them. And in this one, I was like, man, I don't want to change the vibe. This is a little bit of the ash in me where I might be overthinking it a little bit here. Where I'm like, if I do
so
this,
much ash in
it
you.
changes the whole vibe of the rest.
It's
I
increasing
really
by the
needed
day.
the vibe to be me, the kid, but I do want to get into this either now or later. The vibe for what we can do later for how bad the Giants are. I can't tell you how good a night I had. It was an incredible night.
Yeah, and another guy at work would say that too. He's like, he's a diehard Giants fan. And I was like, so how was that game? It's Giants Rockies Friday night. The weather was kind of bad. He said it was actually awesome. I had a great time.
Well,
Jack.
Paul as Ringo, and if you've been watching Heat Check a lot, you'll know the inside joke. I'm Ringo.
Rico. He's Rico.
Rico.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Rico Star.
And then we have Paul McCartney, and we have Look, just go over there for 30 seconds. You could literally just be like, "Hey, what's up? It's Art, from Heat Check. It sucks that Jay couldn't make it or whatever." Art couldn't even get a minute away. You could have done it for a minute, bro. That's all I'm saying. And then, yes, I'm with you on this, Artie, and I've seen this online, and I've just whatever from clips, but people are still thrilled to go to a Giants game, despite the fact that we're probably not going to talk about any on-field Giants action at all, because that ballpark's amazing. The whole experience is amazing. It's the opposite of when the A's were good with the two Matts, the Chapman that you now have, and then Olsen, who's with the Braves now or whatever. But the Coliseum, as much as I loved it, and people would say it's a dump, but it's my dump. I love the Coliseum, but you're not going to have a good experience with your kids there. You know what I'm saying? You take your kids to the Giants ballpark, even if the product stinks, you're still going to have a good time.
So I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind. Mila's it was either her first ever, no, it's her second ever baseball game. She was like 2 years old. I took her front row. We got front row ticks, just had to buy
Is this
one
when they
seat.
had 0 runs?
No, one seat. Went to the Oakland Coliseum their last season.
Oh,
Angels game. Angels game.
Yeah.
Me and Mila sat front row. I was throwing her up. We're all over TV.
You were on TV.
Yeah, everyone's bringing us free food, free candy, free gear for Mila. It was one of the best times I've ever had. And it was at an A's game. I mean, it's because there was like 500 people there. Basically.
I love A's games.
They treated us like kings. I mean, yeah, they treated my daughter like a queen. It was amazing. The vibe there was everyone was just trying to come together to say, hey, let's have a last hurrah, have one good last time here. But yeah, okay. So let's.
By the way, before you start, right there, that's Coliseum dirt.
Nice.
So the last game, I also have a piece of a chair, or no, I have a cup holder from the chair, and I have Coliseum dirt from the last game. That's what a lot of people were doing. That last game was very emotional for me. I'm not going to lie. I was just like, this is 20 solid years. Well, probably more. What year was it? 40 minus?
A lot more than 20 years.
Yeah, like 25
of your life.
Yeah.
No, that was only
30?
2 years ago, bro.
43, bro.
Yeah, that was like 35 years ago in A's games.
Yeah, it was 90.
I mean, you've been talking about Giants
30.
A's.
Like 30 years.
How good a memory you have from that 1988 series. So presumably,
first of all, 89, pal. 89.
Yeah, same shit. 88 was your beautiful Eckersley. You know, it was a wonderful time for you.
I remember every pitch. I watched every pitch.
So we're talking about 40 years. We're talking about 40 years almost. 35 even. 35 years of A's 30, ball.
Yeah. 35. 35 is good. Yeah. Anyways, that was an emotional time. I have videos from that I should upload sometime. But yeah. Anyways, well, I'm glad you guys had a good time. Sorry to Polly Mac. I should have, if I had known that, I knew Art wasn't going, and if I had known that Jake was not going, I probably would have rallied and went just so I could have kicked it with Polly Mac for a little bit.
I'm feeling more for Dom, man. Dom, I'm sorry I missed you. I know you said I should stop by. You said you might stop by, and we've only got to chop it up really once for a quick minute. So yeah.
Well, your problem is you probably would have had to leave. You would have had to leave your daughter and then your daughter's best friend with the dad, and then. But you still
he was 3 sheets to the wind. And
I was damn.
Oh, I was DD, and I told him bring some roadies. He brought some roadies, and he started going to work. You got your daughter. I mean, it was man. We would get nervous just walking around. Lila, she never grabs me, but every once in a while she's grabbing me. So,
I got you. Anyways,
next time watching. Okay, so
he's watching. The guy's got 3 weeks off. He's living the dream. He's a firefighter. It was his first. Beautiful. He was just taking like 22 days off in a row. It was his first night off, and I had gotten us tickets because they had helped water the garden when we were in Monterey. So I said, Brooke, we got you 2 tickets to the Jai-Jais, and we went and we had a blast, man.
Nice.
Okay. Well, now that we're there, let me just say it because we're not going to re-say it. What was so fun about the game that is hard to put in a bottle and you'll both miss, and you might not even quite be able to recall it until you see it.
The K-pop Demon Hunters drone show, right?
And I'm not sure you've seen it yet, Jake, with your kids because they're younger.
Yeah.
The level of excitement and the level of energy and the level of happiness between my daughter and her best friend at this game reminded me of that feelings that we had when we were at sleepovers doing crazy shit. And when we would just, like at your most fun at age 10, it's a special feeling. And I kind of forgot that. And watching her have it, I was kind of literally reliving it, because when you see an extension of you in that happy, that joyful, it just feels good. And it not only does it feel good externally to see it, but it actually does remind you. So you kind of start, or I won't say you and others, people might not have that experience. The experience I had was kind of feeling it again. And I was like, dude, I'm like giddy. Like, this is so cool to just be here and do that. So yeah, it was fun. And there was something about her being with her friend and older, right? Like, 'cause I've taken them to games and we've had a good time, but the energy wasn't about the game. The energy was about the game times her friend, right? It was the duo being with her bestie at the game.
Nice.
They're just running all over, doing whatever. So it was, yeah, exactly, Dom. And they absolutely loved the drone show. The drone show
I
was
knew
really
it.
good.
I knew that was the punchline there. But that's what it's all about, Art, and especially when the Giants suck so much. But you have the opportunity to take your kids there. It's a whole different experience. You're not tripping as much off the box score and off of the play of
Well,
one
I
of the
got on
worst
the
teams in baseball.
Jumbotron,
Yeah,
which was a blast, right? You get on the Jumbotron, you got everyone cheering for you.
Lila did?
Did you
Yeah,
get a,
Lila
did
got
you
on
get
the
a,
Jumbotron.
did you get a video or a picture of that?
No, instead I just got in it. I was like, yeah,
dude, that I regret so much. Jordy's first game, I went to Jordy's first game a few months back in April or May, and the camera went right up to us, just in Jordy's face. He was wearing those flip down shades, and I was just throwing them up and down all over the Jumbotron, but I never got a video of it.
So tight.
That was the fit. She had the eye black on.
Nice. She got her Will eye
Nice.
black.
Love the eye black.
Yeah,
And
very
then she
Will.
wore
Love that. You don't
And then
see
she was
many
wearing a
kids in
hat.
eye black.
Oh, and then she was wearing a hat on top of the beanie throughout the game, so she had double Giants going. She was knitted.
Very
black sweatpants.
Nushler-esque.
Yeah.
That's
So it was a
awesome.
good time.
Yeah. So I'm glad we kind of got into some of the Hum Daddies aspects of our show. I know we haven't really done that much for Heat Check, but we kind of
Yeah, a lot
brought
of
that
life talk.
to the light.
A lot of life talk. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into episode 32 in the name of Ricardo Waters. And I just want to say, you guys were talking Bartolo Colon earlier, and it rings a bell. Kind of reminded me of Tugboat, who the Giants are bringing up. And I was going over with my homie at work, some famous big fellas who've taken the mound. You got Levon,
David
you got
Wells.
David Wells, Sidney Ponson. Who's the Dodgers dude? Or Country Joe Blanton. CC was a big fella for a while.
Skinny as hell now, which is hilarious.
I know. But yeah, I guess apparently he was a very hardcore alcoholic when he was a big fella.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for Tugboat. So want to get into Giants ball first, or do you want to go over that Niners preseason game? Because
I think it's a good segue on Niners, and then let's kind of get into and over it. I mean, not that we have to go too quick. I'm curious, do you have any idea how Tugboat's been doing recently in the minors? If not, we can do a quick peek.
Yeah, let's take a look. So I know he was 6-6 in the minors this year with like a 3.80 ERA. I'm not sure about his current game log. There's a lot of clips going around of him ending Cal Raleigh's domination in the WBC. I guess he humiliated Cal Raleigh and K'd him in a huge situation. Raleigh's hasn't been the same since.
Great call. Don Robinson.
Rick Russell, yeah.
Rod Beck.
You know, Beck wasn't that. He had a gut. He kind of.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I already get. Yeah.
Yeah, he had kind of everything. It just was a beer belly. He wasn't all like a big guy all over. He's like a big dick build. Yeah. All right, so we got Tugboat.
Dick, man. He used to let me hit him out as often as I wanted, as hard as I could in his stomach. At an old age, we're talking like 6th, 7th grade, just as hard as I could.
Oof, Tugboat as a river cat has a 5.15 this year, and that's where it's coming.
I was only at Mila's birthday for about an hour, but I will tell you what, other than putting up the tent with Dano, I got my ear talked off by Big Dick. First of all, Big Dick, I love most of our friends' dads, but Big Dick, since, Artie's dad is gone, my dad is gone, we're losing dads left and right. Big Dick is such a pleasure to see. And boy, was that guy fired up to talk ball. The guy was telling me how he used to love the A's because the A's were here before the Giants, and then they won the three-peat or whatever. And he used to be like, I love the A's. He started rattling. I was like, Ida Bloom, Catfish Hunter. I was like, damn, okay. He's like, these Giants now suck. And I'm like, well, you made some trades. You know what I mean? It's just a down year. He's like, it's bullshit. I was like, whoa, this guy, I damn near wanted to invite him on the cast. Big Dick was fired up to talk baseball at your daughter's birthday, bro. The guy, I think literally he held my ear for about 10 minutes, and I was like, Didn't expect this.
You know-
We had never talked baseball before.
Yeah, Big Dick's one of those guys who he lives and dies by the Niners, I think, more than anything. For the Giants, he'll just say, well, they suck.
He's
Like
really angry about him. Yeah,
That would
he's
have to
not
be
thrilled.
easy this year because this has a bad season written all over it for the Niners. Because at best, they just have heartbreak ahead of them because they look like they got a chance of being good. I'm more optimistic than some, but we already know the outcome of this year. This is Patty Mahomes' year. He's back off the ACL. We know he's winning the Super Bowl. So it's just you don't want to make the Super Bowl this year if you're a Niners fan. Imagine losing 3 to the Chiefs. Please imagine losing 3 to the Chiefs. That's not going to feel good.
Everyone
You don't
out
think
there
about that.
in Hum Daddy's Heat Check land, just know that Art made his first show rundown in a while. And to lead off the non-Niners segment, the top bullet point was Pat Mahomes looking good.
Look at that sheet. Look how much fire's in there, man.
Jake,
We got to get to number 5 on the Giants talk. Read it to the people. What's number 5 on Giants talk? Jake?
Yeah, hold on. I'm not on it currently. Let me see.
We got to get to it. Number 5. If you need me, I can do the spoiler alert.
No, I'll do it.
I want to circle back because it all circles back, and I want to circle back to this.
Giants
this
talk
cheap
number
shit.
5. F. Turner Hill.
Yeah, how about you throw the UCK on that, too?
F-U-C-K Turner Hill.
There he is.
I don't think you
Young
can spell
San
it out.
Francisco Giant. Brought up from AAA. Officially my least favorite player in the Major League. Will never like him. Hope he has
What
a
did he
terrible
do?
career.
What did he do?
Come on our show and explain why on the day he got called up to the major leagues after a drone show while his whole family was on the field and
Yeah.
2 young girls were there waiting for his autograph with a ball and a pen
Oh,
and
this is
him.
personal.
And
This
he's
is
looking at
personal.
them and he has a person on the field telling my kids to wait, saying, no,
Mhm.
other ushers are trying to kick us out. The person on the field is like, no, wait, he's going to sign your autograph. Just chill here.
Mhm.
The guy refuses to make eye contact with the guy on the field.
Mm.
Never looks our way again. We wait. Literally, he would have had no time. The guy hasn't had a major league at bat yet, and you should be on cloud 9. You see a couple 9-year-old girls in all Giants
Wow.
gear, and they're going to sign their ball.
Yeah.
So Turner
Yeah.
Hill, when your batting average is low, and when you're sucking it up in the bigs, and when you're back in double-A ball or single-A ball, remember that night. And actually, I don't like to preach. I'm going to go 180 on myself because I don't even like preaching hate. I don't like preaching hate. So what I'm going to say, Turner Hill, is Turner Hill. Learn from this moment, pal.
Be better. Be better.
Enjoy life. Be better. You see a couple
Be better.
9-year-olds and you don't have an hour worth of signing in front of you, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about 1 minute out of your night. Enjoy that, man. You made the show, kid. You
Yeah.
made the show. That was your
Yeah.
night. And to top it off, you could have signed a few autographs and said, you see how cool that was, Mom? These kids wanted my autograph.
Yeah.
Right? Next time for these kids, man. The kids
Yeah.
were
Bush
devastated.
League.
My daughter's best friend was devastated. All she had been talking about was autographed. And she was the one that weaseled her way down there. She's like, no, we're going. She's going to get it. Trust me, I'm going to get it.
Oh.
We let her do it. And then
Oh.
it was a big letdown at the end after a beautiful
That's a-
night. But
Yeah,
we're going to
that's-
get rid of the anger. We're going to bring the positive energy. Turner, come on, dude.
Be better. Be better. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this. In my low level of
Go get him,
in my-
Turner.
in my low level of celebrity doing A's pre and post and working at the game or whatever, anytime somebody recognized me, they normally, because it was radio, they would recognize my voice. Anytime somebody wanted to take a selfie with me, there's no way I wasn't doing that. Now you can't compare that to the Big Show when somebody, but like,
But
yeah,
the Turner
if there's-
Hill can because nobody knew who he was.
well, I mean, also like if he doesn't have like, it's literally taking what 15 seconds out of your life. If there's not like somebody asking you to come do an interview or you have to go somewhere, or there's press or whatever, if it's literally you just being like, nah, I'm not doing it.
It was
I
literally
don't
him soaking up the moment, which I guess, like, on the one hand, you could kind of say he had his family there, but the family had already left. He literally had just spent like 15 minutes soaking up his
And they
moment.
were just waiting for the autograph. Yeah.
But no, they had already left, and he's just chilling now. It was
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
the perfect culmination of the end of your big league day. Now,
And
let me
plus
go
you had
sign
the
my
backup, and
autograph.
plus you had the backup from the security guard that was like, "Don't worry about it. We're not going to usher you out. We'll just let you wait." He's
Guy
going to
was
sign
not,
it.
not only was the ushers were trying to tell us we had to leave, and the guys on the field said, no.
Oh, what waved off the ushers?
Said, let them stay. He's going to sign for them. They assured these kids they were getting signatures.
Oh man.
It was
Oh.
incredible. And he would not look the guy in the eye. He just kept ignoring the guy. The guy's doing everything to get him to just do it real quick.
On the
After
field.
he realized it was a rough go.
All right. Well, tell me about any post-game or post-trade deadline.
That's one of the wrong claims ever. First off, it's not on a napkin; it's on a ball. So flag on you. It's not a napkin. And second of all, the guy didn't need to focus on hitting. It was 10:30 p.m. post-game, pal. The only explanation that possibly could have been why he didn't sign the ball, I was thinking about it in my head. He didn't want to jinx himself. Maybe he told himself, I can't sign an autograph till I get a hit. I literally made that up. I was like, maybe that's what he told himself. Not going to sign an autograph till I get my first big league hit. So if that's the case, Turner, maybe that's what you were doing.
That'd be a weird explanation. But Jake, do you have any post-trade deadline thoughts on guys that you brought in, guys that you sent out? Anything? Because I mean, we can't talk about wins and losses. They get blown out by the Rockies 13-7. But is there anything that you've seen in terms of the trades that they made at the deadline?
Yeah, going back to my dad, it's like he's one of those people. Did they win? Who cares if they win at this point? Who cares if the Niners win their preseason games? So what I'm looking for are a couple, these guys they bring up that aren't necessarily. Some spots have been open for some AAA guys that aren't big prospects. Hopefully, a couple of them catch on. What I'm really looking forward to is Marcelo Meyer. He's coming up maybe even tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, in a couple of days. He was at one point the number one prospect in all of baseball. Only a couple of years ago, he was an absolute steal. To get him for Eric Miller, give me a break. I mean, that is Buster Posey pulled off some absolute magic for that. Apparently, him and he had a falling out with Roman Anthony. He was like banging Roman Anthony's sister or something, and then that caused clubhouse contention.
From the Red Sox?
Yeah. Marcelo Meyer was like one of the stud prospects of the Red Sox, if not the stud prospect over Roman Anthony. So
he was banging Anthony's sister?
Yeah. That's another, one of those behind the scenes things that you hear.
So
that
they shipped him out because of that?
I mean, that just caused kind of contention, and he wasn't performing well, and he's been hurt, and it was just another reason why they, I guess, got rid of him. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. That's something I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to see Tugboat. He has been getting rocked in AAA. Where
are you at on Eldridge? Eldridge
is solid. He's taking this is great development time for him because he's kind of ebbing and flowing. He's hitting jacks here and there. He has a great eye. They've been hitting him all over the order. They put him at leadoff, I think. But
if you're a Giants fan, as you two are you as excited as? I mean, he had a decent amount of hype. I don't know, like crazy hype, but he had a decent amount of hype. You think he's meeting that?
It's looking like he has the potential to. He's definitely not a complete like bust like Joey Bart or So Eldridge
numbers. He's got it. I think he looks really solid. I think the question that you ask makes it hard to answer because, like, he did have so much hype but I think, like, meeting the hype is almost like guaranteeing that you fall off, right? Because meeting the hype meant he had to just hit. But I feel like I kind of like.
No, I mean, like, do you think he's going to be I'm not asking that he's going to be an A+. Is he going to be like a B+, A-? Or is he going to be more like a B- C+? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what I was going to say is I like the way that he's bounced back. I like the way that he hit a few homers. Then he kind of started slumping, and then he came right back to just hitting fine. And now you just see a pretty steady hitter. And it hasn't been superlative. It hasn't been that, he's just hitting bombs, and he's hitting 3 doubles every day, which sometimes you get like these weird 200 at bat hot streaks in the bigs, right? And then you still don't really know what's up. But I kind of like to what Jake, you were saying. He looks good in the box. He looks like he knows how to approach an at bat. And so I would be surprised if he's just not on the Giants and contributing. Now, is he going to be more like Brandon Belt, or is he going to be more like Will Clark or some other hitter? Like, I don't know, right? Like, is he going to be streaky and good, or is he going to be an absolute monster? I don't know. But he certainly looks like he's going to play the part and be in the bigs for a while. That seems pretty clear to me.
He's still super young. He's only 21 years old. And the best, like what Artie's saying, is the best part about what I've seen from him is he's learning and he's kind of developing in front of your eyes, and he's becoming a big league hitter, and he looks like he belongs. And that's huge just as a Giants fan who's, we've seen so many prospects just fizzle out.
Looking for,
So he's definitely showing he can be a solid power hitter at the very least, and a solid.
So
tool.
he's definitely not going to be a bum.
No.
Sounds like you believe he's going to be better than average, but he might not be a superstar. So it sounds like 7.5. I hate to give everything.
I think he could be a
but, like,
superstar. I think he definitely
Yeah.
could be a superstar. I think he's shown
Gotcha.
flashes where he could be. He hasn't
Yeah.
shown that he's just going to be one right out the gate, but we
Yeah.
like his progress. Most Giants fans are pretty happy with him.
And then also your chipmunk is just chipmunking, Jake. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see what he did
Chipmunks-
yesterday?
Yeah, I know, but the chipmunk's going chipmunk. That's my point. Like,
Chipmunk's going
you-
chipmunk.
You predicted that a long time ago. The problem is, I would much rather him just be steady throughout so that you don't go through these horrible losing streaks than just balling your tail off when the season's over.
I mean, he was balling his
that
tail
also
off.
just needs to end, right? He just needs to be the DH. And I think that's starting to happen. And Bryce Eldridge is starting to get first base. But that needs to just, happen because I think Devers has sort of
Has
shown.
he accepted that? How many?
I don't know,
how
but
many
Devers
games has he?
doesn't. I think Devers has already done enough not to be catered to. Like if he wants to be, and I like, I've been a supporter of Devers, right? But I think attitude does matter. And I think Devers has done enough to not be catered to and to have to be willing to be a part of the Giants and want to be a part of the Giants. And I think there's no reason that he should be playing any first base this year. It should be Bryce Eldridge the rest of the way. Now, if Bryce Eldridge isn't that good come next year and Devers is actually your better option, sure, keep switching it.
But isn't that why he left Boston? Because they weren't. They
he
wanted
wasn't
to
playing
move him
third.
to DH. Yeah, he
Well,
wants
he
to
didn't
play
want
in
to
the
DH.
field.
He wanted to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're
Yeah, well,
saying that
he didn't leave Boston. He got traded. But I mean,
Well,
they were
I mean,
like, you've been
it was-
an all-star third baseman here. You won a World Series here, and here's Bregman to take over your job and here play first base. And they did it a really shitty way to him. So I don't blame him for that.
But you think, Art, that like either what? He's lost the leverage to be able to say that I have to play,
I
or
think
you
he
think
has
that
lost the
he's
leverage,
matured?
and not for how he's played, even though how he's played has been, to your point, the streakiness makes the overall numbers a little bit worse. But just his attitude, sort of his aloofness to like hustle and just not sort of being in some ways the face of the struggle, even though, I mean, Adames is the face of the struggle, but just being the big pickup and it's not really worked out, and him being a veteran leader that really hasn't led, it doesn't feel like. I don't think he has the leverage to try to lean on the Giants and be like, I should still be playing first base right now. Like, I think Bryce Eldridge is the future, and he should get his and I said this because I looked at Dom and he had noted it, right? That Bryce needs time at first. And I 100% agree. He had gotten 3 games in a row. I think when I got there Friday, I'm guessing he played Saturday and Sunday, but I'm not sure. But at this point, we got to give Bryce Eldridge that bag and let him see, can you be the first baseman? He's 6'7". He should have that long reach. I mean, he's just a tall. Did I make that up? Is he 6'7"? Did I just make that up?
Eldridge?
It sounds pretty tall.
He's 6'7" or 6'8".
Yeah, he's tall as hell. Anyway,
Yeah, he's 6'7", 250.
there you go. So, like, that's a nice size for a first baseman, right? You
Yeah,
stretch-
yeah. That's your
Good first
prototype.
baseman, that's what
Yeah,
you want. So,
yeah. In Little League, all the tall people played first.
It brings me back to, he reminds me of Richie Sexton, like a left-handed hitting Richie Sexton.
I remember
Oh,
that.
I hope
You don't want that,
that's
bro.
not his career. I hope he's better than that. I don't have fond
we were
memories
thinking of big
Richie
fellas on the
Sexton.
hill. I was thinking
No,
of like
I
tall
got you.
position
I'm
players.
just saying in terms of
Hey,
what his career turns
Okay, how
out to
about
be.
Aaron Judge for his career? Aaron Judge.
There
How
you
about
go. Much
Yeah.
better. Much better. Richie Sexton. I think he was on the A's for
Richie Sexton had a few really good years with the Brewers.
I was gonna say, I think actually, if you look at the totality of Richie Sexton's career, it'd be hard to actually.
I'm doing it right now.
I would say betting on will he be better or worse, pretty hard bet. It's just because I bet you Richie Sexton has 4 years at or near 40 homers.
Yeah,
I
think
maybe
around
more.
30 something. I think he hit in the 30s a bunch of
The
times,
guy was striking out 200 times and was like,
which is
such
kind of
over that
which is
way.
standard these days.
That's true. But that guy was just a comedy routine. He would oscillate between being an absolute monster and being very close to out of the league within months.
Okay. His average was always garbanzo beans, but he did have
He raked.
40, 45, 29,
Look at that.
30, 45, 39,
Stud.
34.
Stud.
Yeah. And
So
he was-
please
he was
be
ne-
Richie Sexton, Bryce. Please be Richie
he-
Sexton.
He was
he
never
has
with the
7
A's.
seasons of 29 or more homers. So
Yeah. He was never with the A's?
No, I think he was with the Padres and the Brewers, if my memory serves.
No, he went Cleveland,
no.
Milwaukee,
Got it,
Cleveland and Brewers.
Milwaukee.
851. We'll be lucky to get Richie. God bless him. We hope you can turn into Richie.
Yeah, he was definitely with the Brewers. I remember him with. Cleveland was the other team I was thinking of.
And then he spent 4 years with Seattle. I swore he was one of the guys that went to the A's late in their career. Yeah. Career OPS 851. Fair enough.
Studebaker.
Yeah, are you guys kidding me? That's a great comparison.
History of ball.
I hope that Eldridge
an
has a better
all-timer.
career.
All-timer.
I hope Eldridge has a
No,
better
not a Hall of
career.
Famer.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's not in the Hall of Fame.
It's funny that you guys had such a negative memory of Richie Sexton. I remember him hitting
I
jacks.
associate him just with hitting jacks, but having a crap
But striking out a lot. But that's part of the game. All hitters strike out
it's
constantly.
True. That's true.
I guess it just wasn't a thing back
I
then.
yearn for the Tony Gwynns of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I yearn for the guys that hit for average, which is why it was so sad to see the Giants move on from my guy.
Speaking of which, he's hitting 260 in Philadelphia, and
Really?
Elliot Ramos is 0 for his last 23 in New York.
My God, you got to hear this Elliot Ramos stat, guys. Talk amongst yourselves while I pull it up. It's an amazing tweet.
And God
now
bless.
I'm just,
That
now
line
I'm
is
just looking up a rise.
261 lifetime, Danny says. That's not bad at all.
All right, Elliot Ramos.
261 lifetime batting average?
Yeah, you can live with that.
Damn.
Richie?
I really
talking
need to put
Richie?
some, I really need to put some respect on Richie's name.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but 260 also, we're also
shocked
jaded.
by that.
No. Richie Sexton was playing in the day where 260 puts you probably in the top 150 batters, top 200. Like not.
Yeah, but right now he'd be a top 5 batting.
That don't matter.
Right. That's when you have Lance Berkman hitting 368 with 53 jacks and 160.
400. Fucking Larry Walker batting 389 and shit.
Yeah.
261 though. That's so I pictured him in the highest I would have guessed would have been 225. I thought he was notorious. I guess it was just the strikeouts. Yeah, he struck out 1,313 times.
I mean, I think part of it is also what I'm saying though. He also would go through periods of really remember Chris Davis?
A's.
Periods where they're that bad.
Yeah, I'm probably just remembering him at his worst point. Yeah.
Are you talking Chris Davis Baltimore or Chris Davis Hayes?
Chris Davis Baltimore.
I was talking Baltimore, but Chris
both.
Davis had that in him too. Frankly,
He struck out a lot too.
Yeah, I remember Chris Davis Baltimore let out he started a season where he went 1 for 100 or something,
and then his career just ended. It's like Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh got 51 hits right now, maybe a few more, but
we should have that should have been brought up on this podcast before tonight. What the fall off for Cal Raleigh is insane.
Yeah, the tugboat is the one who ended his career. All right, Elliot Ramos is currently 2 for 32, which is 0.63 in 10 games as a Yankee.
Oof.
That's the lowest batting average by a position player in his first 10 games as a Yankee since Skeeter Shelton. In 1915. Skeeter Shelton.
Is that your old-timer's voice?
By Marty Lurie. Since Skeeter Shelton in 1915, Elliot Ramos is having the worst start as a Yankee position player.
Well, since we're doing old-timers, rest in peace, Tommy John. Rest in power, Tommy John.
R.I.P. Tommy John. Good call.
I did not know. I did not
yesterday,
know.
I think.
Yeah, I did not know how crazy his career was. Apparently,
wasn't he a couple wins away from 300? And he's not.
Yes, and he's not in the Hall. It's 289. Danny will correct me immediately. I mean, just wait for that. That thing's coming in so quick. That guy's the Alex Trebek of sports. It was actually 286, but 3 of those wins came in shortened games that shouldn't have counted, that they wouldn't count today. Anyways, I heard all this Tommy John stuff today that I had no idea about. First of all, apparently George Steinbrenner just loved the guy. Absolutely loved him. His career was crazy. I mean, obviously we associate Tommy John with, the Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, one thing and one thing only, surgery.
No, but hey, did you just hear Jake?
Exactly. Well, it's too bad that guy's only known for surgery.
Right.
Ignorant like me, there's nothing you could have told me to guess 200. If you would have said how many wins you think Tommy John had in his career, blank slate, I'd have probably hit you with I don't know, probably 37.
I know. I mean, honestly, I didn't until he died, and this is unfortunate that he's just known for that. But you're
As a
100%.
goat, huh?
You're right, but you're
He's a
also
goat.
being mean. No, he's not a goat, but we got to put some respect on his name. The guy,
286 wins, you said.
first of all, he played. How many seasons did he play? Hang on,
North
let me
of
pull up
20,
some-
I think.
Yeah, he's like one of the longest.
All right, the guy played from 1963 to 1989, 27 seasons.
Tommy John was playing when we were watching ball.
Yeah, bro.
This guy, Zach was watching him at the Coliseum. It was fucking Tommy John versus Dave Stewart.
Yep.
My God. Zach's earliest memories at the Coliseum were against Tommy John.
I probably have been to a Tommy John start.
Career 288 wins.
Myself up.
Yeah, 288 wins.
88.
He had a lifetime 3.34 ERA. How is he for 27 years?
I was a
He's the
student.
best pitcher in the history of ball.
How did he not?
All the guys we think about. He's right up there with Robert Clemens.
His whip was 1.2. He went one stretch where he won 20 games, 17 games, 21 games, and 22 games.
We're talking Bob Gibson, Tommy John, and the rest.
What's funny though is I'm completely with you. If I had not heard all this stuff today and you had just came up to me dry and been like, "Hey, Billy boy, what are your thoughts on Tommy John?" I would have been like, "Well, I know he's known for the surgery." And you're like, "Yeah, but what about as a pitcher?" I'd been like, "I don't know, maybe like a fourth starter, a fifth starter, like maybe 100 wins."
No sense.
And then you just hit me with these numbers.
How many teams did he play for? Is he
so many. Here, I'll read them to you. Started with Cleveland.
No. Well, give me one other thing before you read all of them. Does he have a long
not
run with the team?
He
has a long run with the Yanks.
He was with the Chi Sox for 2, 4, 6, 7 years. He was with the Dodgers for 2, 4, 6 years. He was with the Yanks for 4 years. Then he went to the Angels for 4 years. He was with my Oakland A's.
Your Oakland A's.
1985. I was probably a 2-year-old watching Tommy John and didn't know it.
You, Max, and Albert were watching all his starts.
Probably. And then he ended with the
another
Yanks.
4 years with the Yanks.
Yeah,
so
for 4 years. Anyways. Yeah. I'm glad we did this podcast for the simple reason that we're putting some respect on Tommy John's name. Tommy John should not just be known for the mother bleeping surgery. You know what I'm saying? That guy was a
stud.
Absolute Studebaker.
Why is he known for the surgery? Was the
first surgery that was
obviously I get it. Give me the question. I'm wondering did the technology just come out right when Tommy John hurt his elbow, or was this the first guy to really blow out his elbow?
The surgeon
didn't blow out their elbows and they didn't have the surgery yet?
No. Plenty of people had blown out their elbow. The surgeon, who the surgery should be named after, not Tommy John.
I was going. Because
yeah, I mean, that's why there's no respect on Tommy John's name. It's because it was named after him. It should have been named after the surgeon because the surgeon would be thrilled to be known for that.
Respect on the surgeon's name? The surgeon goddamn revolutionized
we don't even know who he is.
We don't even know who he is, the poor guy.
Anyways,
it's like the Michael Jordan of fucking surgeons, and nobody knows who he is. Instead, two guys get cited for one bad decision.
Exactly.
Dr. Frank Jobe in 1974. Dr. Frank Jobe performed Tommy John surgery for the very first time.
Yeah.
Well, so a lot of people don't know Frank Jobe performed Tommy John surgery on Tommy John for the first time.
I like this character. I like an old school character voice.
There you go.
What they did was, if you're looking it up, Jake, they took
cadaver
ligament in your in the arm and then replaced it where the elbow was busted up. But I mean, we covered this as best as you can. Tommy John got screwed for only being known for the surgery, and this surgeon got screwed for not being known for a guy that basically fixed pitchers' lives.
Let's hear the 1980 stats for Mr. Julian
Mongo Che Fool.
I
What are you
want
talking about?
1980 Tommy John. Apparently one of the best years you could have.
Well, here's what Tommy John's 1980 37-year-old New York Yankees season looked like. He
Oh,
went
that
22 and
season.
9,
36 starts. Yep.
Oh,
I got it too. Oh, you got it? Go ahead.
3.43 ERA.
Yep.
The guy had 6 shutouts. Pretty impressive. 16 complete games.
22 and 9.
265 innings pitched.
Mhm.
So, I mean, all in all, that's a solid season. He was a horse, an absolute
Artie-
horse that year.
Artie wouldn't like him though because he didn't K enough, so he wouldn't like him in fantasy. Only 78 strikeouts and 265 innings pitched.
He pitched to contact, and that's an old school way of pitching that I wish was around more. You got to pitch to contact.
Contact.
Look at how old we've gotten.
Woody Reader.
Look at how old we've
Billy
gotten.
Swift. Billy Swift with that sinker.
We're literally the old man on the get off my lawn. We're yearning for average. We're yearning for pitching to contact. We're yearning for innings. We're yearning for all the things that is the opposite of what current baseball is.
I love how this just became like an old school baseball pod. I love it. And I just want to give a shout out real quick for Don Peralta, still with us, lively in the chat. Hercules Dan, Mongo Elmer RT came and joined. We got DJ Greens, our boy Dave from the Daddies that stopped by to say hi. And he still got Sweets. He still got Rags. Rags said, "Hey, Zach, Richie Sexton can dunk." So there you go.
Oh yeah, he's probably taller than me. Anyways,
By-
I got no
by an
vert. I'm a
inch.
white boy. Anyways, quickly going back to the memorial. I talked with your boy, Coach Warren.
Yeah.
A lot
wants
of
to
Coach
be in
Warren
it.
talk. We had some good times.
First of
Oh,
all,
yeah.
he's a I didn't know him that much because I didn't go to El Cerrito, but he's a great storyteller. I'll let Art tell the one about Art's dad, and then I'll just tell you a couple that he told. One, I can't believe he's still coaching with Nichols. That makes me feel young because it's like, oh, that's still happening. Okay, well then I'm not a dinosaur. So that was pretty amazing. He told this story about a guy that didn't touch first, but the umps didn't see it. Then he did touch home, but Nichols told him to go back and touch it. And so by that time they overruled it. So it undid like a 2-run home run. He was like, so you're telling me you, Artie, and Jake are doing a podcast talking about sports? And I said, yeah, man, every Monday. He's like, I got to tune into that shit. I said, well, yeah, I mean, whatever. So I got his cell phone number and he goes, oh, that's not going to work. I got an iPhone 6. So I'm not going to be able to click any links. And I said, okay. I said,
I think he's
You
still
got his
good.
email.
he goes, I go, well, you can give me your email address. And he goes, oh, yeah, then I can do it from my computer. I was like, yeah. Anyways, I didn't text him before the show. I should have, but shout out Coach Warren. He's probably not watching, but he's going to be an avid listener at some point.
Yeah, I'll send
Artie,
a link over
anyways,
to
tell
him
the-
via email.
Okay, cool. Oh, you have his email?
No, once I get it from you or Natasha or whoever.
Okay, cool. No, I know.
He told a funny ass story about my dad after Columbine. He said Columbine had just happened. And you know the street where you would be going down from to walk into like the pit and there's hella cars, that are trying to get dropped off at school. He said my dad just hit the part right where you're supposed to walk in, just stopped traffic, got out of his car, parked his car in the middle so nobody could drive either way. It's Coach Warren said he couldn't believe what was happening, didn't know what was happening. And just imagine Coach Warren without at first not knowing how pissed he's getting ready to get, And then he already knew my dad and loved my dad already. And my dad just comes out and just starts telling everybody that this is the guy that keeps your kids safe. He's telling every parent, he's yelling. He said nobody within 100 feet can't hear him. Everyone can hear your dad, and he's just telling the world, this is the guy keeping your kids safe. So, show some respect. You better, you got love for these people that are taking care of the kids right after Columbine. The guy just loved it.
I love it. That's such a good story. Talk about getting your flowers. Yeah.
That same exact spot, I remember he caught us. I snuck out we didn't have an open campus like Berkeley High. And I was coming back with like maybe Aki and Shannon or something. And he was like, hey, Jake, where the hell have you been? I was like, just getting a bite. He's like, you were just getting a goddamn bite? It's a game day. You know, if anyone else out here caught you, you wouldn't be playing today, you goddamn idiot.
Yeah, you would have been suspended for the game. Yeah, he's
I was
right.
like, my bad. He's like, get your ass back to class right now, you dumb motherfucker.
You know, Mr. Aronian was at the service as well. I actually didn't say hello to him. I kind of wanted to, but I said a lot of hellos. And, you know, he was not like number one on my list. I had not much to say to him just because I was ready to, you know, I was just seeing people was cool. But I do have a very similar story with Aronian, and he really didn't like it, where we had made a deal where I would promised him that he said I was one of the key problems of the school, people not leaving lunch. He's like, you just don't leave. He's like, and you know, like if you're just like with all your friends and you just don't go to class, it just looks like lunch is still happening. You know, it's like, I hear you. He's like, so you have to go, you know, and he's like, next time you don't do it, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's giving me all these repercussions. And I'm like, gotcha, I got you. I will be doing, you know, so the next day comes around and it's game day. And of course, I'm just chopping it up. You're not leaving lunch. And so he takes my hat and he tells me, you know, we're not, you know, you're not, you figure it out, but you're not going to have this hat for your game today. You know, I'm like, dude, I got a game today. Like, I need a hat. Like, I'm gonna play. He's like, well, you should have thought about that, you know, before you made it. You made a deal with me, you know. You're like, you know, you said we had a contract or something like. You know, he said we had an agreement in place that you had agreed to, and you broke that agreement. So I'm not, you know, this is where we're at. So you're gonna need to come to my office, and we're gonna need to figure this out. And so he still has my hat. He's put it behind his desk and all this, and he gets up to go do something. And I just take my hat, put it on my head. And when he comes back in the office, he's like, you know, what's going on? You know, he's starting to get all business. I said, we had a verbal agreement. We had no written agreement about anything, man. It's my hat. We had a game. It's my hat, and I didn't do anything wrong, man. I was 2 minutes beyond lunch. You know, I was tardy. You can't sit me for a game for being 2 minutes tardy. And I just pieced out of his office, and he didn't know. He didn't. I don't know why he didn't just punk me, but it was a doozy.
This was the principal?
Yeah, I was on cloud 9 walking out of that office. Told the guy verbal agreement, pal. This was not a written agreement, Mr. Aronian.
Look at you. Did that come from Bonnie Taylor's law class? That kind of knowledge?
I mean, this comes from also the same school that brought me to the office every day for 1 week to just admit that I was just hammered at junior prom and was going to be suspended. After multiple teachers had said it, and I would just dead face look the whole room stone in the eyes and tell them I did not have one sip of alcohol on the night. I would recite the day, recite it. I did not have one sip of alcohol on that day.
They got me like that, Art. They got me, and I remember you told me, you like, you dumbass. If you just kept denying it, they couldn't have done anything.
Every day, hard denials. I mean,
I denied. I took your advice. You're like, just deny it, and then eventually they caught up with, and I don't know. I just broke. I don't know what happened.
You broke, yeah. I mean, to say that Artie didn't have a sip of alcohol at that junior prom. I mean, all you got to do is look at the pictures. First of all, Jimmy looks like he's half dead in one of the photos. I mean, the guy can't keep his eyes open. I look just kind of normal faded. Artie looks 3 sheets to the wind. Him and Natalie's pictures. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, all they would have to do is submit photo. I mean, they're not going to take you to court. You were right to just continually deny it. Good for you, bud.
Not a sip. Meanwhile, I was 16 years old and it had a 5th of vodka pregame. Pregame to 5th of fucking vodka. Went out there, just 3 sheets to the wind. 0 memories of that junior prom. Not one memory of that thing. Just maybe a very couple 2-second memories.
I have a lot. I have a lot. What I always wonder is why? How did the limo driver allow all that? Like, wouldn't he have gotten into a lot? Well, if he got pulled over and there's a bunch of kids that are under 21 with tons of alcohol in his limo, wouldn't he get into a lot of trouble? I would think that he would have policed it.
Maybe we were back then. Maybe we were hiding it.
That's 25 years ago. They didn't care as much back then.
Yeah. Good days. Good times.
Simpler times.
Indeed.
All right. We actually talk sports. I guess we did a little.
We talked a little Giants. We still haven't talked any Niners, any Dubs, any NBA,
any NFL preseason that I'm hyped on, and I can't believe Artie's turning me down on the WNBA. That was a huge story. The whole beef with
Caitlin Clark and Reese
and Dominic's girlfriend.
Yeah, Angel Reese. Angel Reese can't put
a story.
Angel Reese can't make a layup to save her life.
But I mean, that's just because people. I'm not going to latch onto a story of media that loves to pile up on Angel Reese. Like, who cares?
Okay, but here's Artie, I'm with you. This is about something bigger. And I told you that my Pop 2, who I visit every year on Father's Day because I lost my father and I latched on to his best friend, he is now a WNBA fan. And it's because he watches Fox News. And this is about having women or men in women's sports. I get all that. What I'm saying is, you ever heard the phrase, all publicity is good publicity? More people are watching, whether it's for the right or wrong reasons, more people are watching, which would increase the chance that they'll be more likely to watch more games. So now all of that's kind of died off, but there's still people that are watching. The ratings are probably through the roof. And Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird of the WNBA. And they had a heated game that came down to the wire, and Angel Reese missed the layup that would have won the game. Instead, they lose the game, and she missed 11 layups total because she can't make a bleeping 2-foot shot. Anyways, I think that's juicy. So you can not latch onto it.
I think that Caitlin Clark is so much more of a talented player than Angel Reese.
Hang on, Angel Reese is a monster on the boards.
Of course,
she's a great.
Half of them are her own, though.
Yeah, she's a good player to have on your team, of course. All I was just she's
when
a good player to have on your team, of course. But the point is, it's obvious. Like, they're not a rivalry. That was a media created rival. That was sort of a race. So
you think my Bird Magic comparison is completely off center?
Yeah, because Angel Reese is nowhere close to Magic. Olivia Miles is Magic Johnson.
In college, though, I don't know. Angel Reese
Angel Reese is a monster.
Well, then I'm just telling you, I guess maybe as the person who is following the WNBA a little more, Angel Reese isn't on that level in the WNBA.
What's her war? Tell me her war.
What?
What's her war?
Exactly.
What are her
I don't know, but really, I just know she's not that level. She's not on the 1As of the WNBA.
She's not Asian.
That's a different group of names that they're talking about. So I don't see them as like that type of.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Hang on, just to interrupt because of what Jake said, Caitlin's also not Asia. So I think that Caitlin and Reese are a lot closer than you think. Caitlin's not Asia. Asia Wilson's probably the greatest WNBA player ever.
In that conversation of the best players in the WNBA.
You think Caitlin is that much higher than Angel Reese?
Yes, I think that the group is like Olivia Miles. It's the girl that just got back from Minnesota. You were warning me about her. By the way,
it's the Minnesota's world, and we're all just living.
Minnesota's unbelievable. Kayla McBride.
Nobody's beating them.
Carter Williams at the point. That team's ridiculous.
Wait, fill me in on what's going on with the other Buckingham or with the white girl everyone's all up in arms about.
She basically just came out and said, protect the women. Men shouldn't be in women's sports, which is where this whole thing got created or whatever. And
Art's a big Ennis Cantor guy, right?
Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That's just a publicity stunt.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, but go ahead. Buckingham.
We talked about it. The Reese guy.
Sophie Cunningham is Buckingham. That shows how good a WNBA you are.
Buckingham.
Sophie Cunningham is kind of like the Draymond Green to Caitlin Clark, but not as good. And she came out and was like one of the only, if not the only WNBA player who sort of like stood out to say, no transgender athlete should be allowed to play in the NBA. And then, that's
why Fox is into
that, and it's turned into quite a bit. And she is sort of
and my stupid ass 80-year-old Pop 2 who's never watched a second of the WNBA is texting me every week about the Fever game. That guy is so locked and loaded because she just became the poster child of whatever Fox News like thing that they want to run. They're just using her, and she's an attractive lady, which helps her for sure, but she's not even that good. I feel like you were talking about Angel Reese, kind of like Cunningham, where I feel like maybe I have Angel Reese elevated way more because of hype or whatever. I thought Angel Reese was considered to be one of the better players in the WNBA.
She was in college. I know, not even following LSU. WNBA, that she's fallen off in the WNBA compared to college.
She beat Caitlin Clark with LSU.
She's still good. She's still a good player in the WNBA. I just think
better
the
than Cunningham.
WNBA, it's actually a little bit of a product of the leap the WNBA has taken. And so people that have
But
just
isn't
like
that good?
flat out dope talent really
But
rise
isn't that
above
good, Art?
what Angel Reese is doing. Like a Caitlin
Right.
Clark, when you watch her, you're like, damn, you're raw as F in basketball. When you watch Olivia Miles, you're like, damn, you're hella good. When you watch all of the Minnesota Lynx, you're like, so there's certain players that are just, I would say, a little better than Angel Reese.
So
Angel
now
Reese
that
is
you have
more
women that can actually
banger.
shoot and have like,
Angel Reese is a banger. She plays hard. She runs the floor. She's,
She also missed 11 layups, including the game winner,
That's her game.
She missed,
from
she
about
missed a lot.
a bunny, from about a foot away.
But the real story is burying
don't
the
know.
lead is the friggin' Valkyries. And again tonight they're playing the Dallas.
Oh, Valks! Our Valks! Let's
No,
get
they're
some
number.
Valks
They're the second seed in the WNBA. They're
Love it.
beating Dallas tonight by 16 at half. Dallas was
That's
right
what we
there
do.
with them as like the number 3 team just 10 days ago.
Wow.
That's Paige
They are our
Becker's
level.
team. So I mean, this is every
Paige is
night,
good. Paige is good.
The freaking. It's just they're a really, really, really fun team to watch, the Valkyries. And so
Oh,
they're
how's my
back at
boo
it.
doing? Oh, hey, boo. 4 for 8 from the floor, 3 for 4 from 3-point, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 offensive rebounds, mind you, plus 7 and 11 points. I see you, VB, my
The
girl.
dynamic duo, Gabby Williams,
Deuce
and Veronica
cutting loose.
Burton. They got such a
Deuce
great
cutting
team.
loose.
Anyway,
I need to get
they're
that
back
jersey.
at it. I mean, they got a chance. They got an outside chance. I mean, pretty much a 0% chance, but an outside shot at the 1 seed. But if you stay at the 2 seed, you're avoiding Minnesota the whole way, right? So if you can avoid Minnesota and you get to the problem here is the 2 seed or the 3 seed probably gets the aces, and then you get Asia, and that'll be a tough task.
Oof.
But no matter what, look, if you get the fever, that's going to be tough. So if they're 4, no matter what, it ain't going to be easy. There's 4 or 5 teams that are really, really good now. And I think there's 15 teams in the WNBA. And I would say about 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, you watch them. It's really, really fun basketball every time you watch. So, yeah. Anyway,
This is going to be a really ignorant question, and I'll throw it to you, Jake, because you're my jersey guy. Do they make man jerseys for the Valkyries? Like, could I get a Burton Deuce Valkyrie jersey?
Yeah, I think they're
For a
all
man?
just unisex.
Yeah,
I think they're like the same as NBA. I think
yeah. There's a
style
lot
is
of
very
dads
similar.
wearing jerseys to games with their daughters and stuff for sure.
And I think the jerseys just basically made essentially the same, I think.
I mean, technically,
the
if you
cuts
look
were-
at
I thought
Warriors
the cuts
jerseys,
were
there's
more-
women's jerseys and there's men's jerseys.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
all right. So I can get a
I-
man's Burton.
They
jersey.
definitely have men's Valkyries jerseys.
But
I'm pretty
think-
sure they're
I
probably
actually
still
think it's
women's and men's designs.
Yeah. It's interesting, though. I actually have no idea because I haven't paid too close of attention. But I actually think because the WA is the WNBA, and if you think about the way NBA jerseys are, you know how the women's NBA jerseys aren't actual jerseys? Like they're not cut the way a jersey would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're more like this,
WNBA
right?
just doesn't do that, right? Like it's the WNBA, so the
Right.
women's jersey is the normal jersey.
It's the regular
Oh,
jersey. That's
okay.
So
true.
I think they just have the I think. And
Got you.
again,
I mean,
don't
it could
look
be solved by going
Yeah,
on their shop,
Exactly.
the
And I have
Valkyrie
looked at
shop
it,
or
and
something.
that's why my memory, without looking again, tells me there was one style, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
Your
he
boy-
got
that would
one
make
unisex.
sense.
I
Your
think it's
boy
just
Julian is proud of you, Art.
God
He
bless.
called you the guru of the WNBA. I don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
much, but I'll tell you this because of Art, because he'll hit me up with a text and he'll be like, Valks at 5, pal. And then between him and my pop too, telling me everything that you need to know about the Indiana Fever, I've watched more WNBA in the past month than I have
The
in my
backcourt
life.
of the Indiana Fever are off the hook.
You know what? As a dad, been dropping Mila off, picking her up at this big Berkeley school, elementary school. There's a lot of Valkyries gear for kids and parents, and in the city, working in the city. There's a lot of Valkyries gear, so it's a
Nice.
thing. I think they're growing
Well,
kind of exponentially.
I mean, we
I'm gonna
talked
get my
about this on the
Deuce
last
cutting
show that
loose.
you weren't at. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say
I was just saying, I'm going to get a Deuce jersey.
their valuation is somewhere between 500 million and $1 billion. Like we're not
That's
talking
crazy.
Like they
Lacob
the
That's
is
Valkyries are-
cleaning up.
Yeah.
That's
Joe
crazy.
Lacob. Wow. Imagine if they let Lacob buy the A's, dude. They'd be right here.
Stop, man.
I mean, I just heard an interview with
I'm
Caitlin.
having a rough day. Art's telling me I'm blackballed. You're shitting on my A's. I've
I'm
already
not
had a rough
shitting.
day.
I'm
No,
telling
I
you,
know I'm with you, but I don't need to be reminded about it.
it's a possibility. Still, you never know.
No, it's not. They're going to be in Vegas. I'm going to be
Yeah.
in Nevada.
Caitlin Clark was saying, I don't know if, I'm sure it's a little bit of hyperbole, but in a recent interview, she was talking about how most arenas are selling out. Like, she was like, it's not just our games. It's not
Really?
just the Valkyries games. It's like everywhere you go, these And now I'm just looking at it. It says, I just Googled it. AI says top tier franchises are routinely averaging between 14 and 18,000 a game.
Wow.
And
That's a big number.
The average attendance per game right now across the WNBA is 11,000 fans.
That's crazy. That's crazy. A few years ago, they were bleeding
like
money.
300.
Yeah, and like literally, average attendance was probably like 1,200 people a game or something. Now it's 11,000. That's insane. And on it, it's the Caitlin Clark effect, pretty much. To be frank, I know that's a fact that it all changed when she entered the league, whether it's a media creation or not.
I think it's the intersection of that with out of nowhere, and maybe it's actually not. Actually, it's probably unfair. The NBA probably just didn't have our attention, so maybe old school players were just as raw. But I was going to say the intersection of that and how raw a few of the players in the league are. But now
the talent's gone way up, yeah.
But it is bullshit because now that I think about it, a girl like Kayla McBride, she's like a 10-year veteran. And when I watch her, I'm like, damn, you're raw, right? And she was raw 8 years ago, probably. Actually, she wasn't. I looked at her freaking props to her. I looked at her career stats, and she really got better over the past few years. But
it's also weird because if you want to say it's a race thing, Sabrina Ionescu was before Caitlin Clark, and she was supposedly the Steph of the WNBA, and she didn't really gain steam. She didn't have that kind of fanfare that Caitlin Clark.
She also fell off.
Yeah,
her numbers went to the kind of poopers.
I don't know, but for some reason she was huge in college. She looked really good. She could shoot.
She was raw,
white,
but she was not.
But she didn't bring the same kind of fanhood over.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. Whether it's for the right or wrong reason, with the whole Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. First of all, I wouldn't put Caitlin Clark in the Sabrina same arena. Like Caitlin's really like Steph. Sabrina's raw, don't get me wrong, but she doesn't have the wow factor that like Caitlin has. But also, like I was telling Art, whether it's for the right or wrong reasons and the shit is on Fox News or whatever, you're getting way more eyeballs because it becomes a freaking race war between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. But it doesn't matter, right? I mean, again, the phrase all publicity is good publicity. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot more people tune in. Like I said, my fucking 80-year-old Pop 2 telling me about Fever games because, you know,
hey, and that's why a lot of eyes went to
men and women's sports.
Yeah. I mean, Ray Caruth brought a lot of publicity to the Panthers, for Aaron Hernandez to the Patriots.
I think that's a little too far.
All publicity is good publicity, right?
Not in the not murdering a pregnant woman or killing.
Okay, well, you don't have to go into the details. I'm just, making an example.
I'm just saying, you took it too far. This is just like a beef or whatever.
Got you. Understood.
There's no murder.
The biggest problem with the WNBA is they haven't had a commissioner to steer the ship, and so they've done such a bad job of turning.
The commissioner's also been terrible. Yeah,
that's what I mean. So she's done such a bad job of just taking the attention and just letting the league grow, and she's actually let it grow very much in the petri sort of dish of political discourse, hate in the game. And so it's got to get figured out so that, like, because the eyes are there now, they got to figure out a way how to pivot and make it more about basketball. Because my God, like, all the women say it, but like to have a lot of really good players and all the conversations be about shit that is very often not about basketball is pretty annoying. And I was talking to Zach about how, like, there's so many players that have like numbers that are super impressive that I've still never heard of because they're not talked about that much. And it's probably because you don't have enough time to talk about the top 30 players because you only talk about the top 10 or 15 and then you get to some other, other stuff. So
I think it'll continue to evolve and grow as the years go on, It makes sense.
People that don't give it a chance, but I think once you give it a chance, you see it's pretty fun to watch. They're pretty damn. The games are intense, high intensity basketball. Less fouls are called.
I'll push back a little bit on that, and I'm very pro you being pro it, and I do want to give it more of a chance, and I do want to be more into it. So I'm not trying to sound super negative, but it has not gotten to the point for me where I can watch a casual Warriors game or a casual Suns game or whatever the same way. The Valkyries do get me pumped, and a lot of it has to do with my girl Deuce cutting loose. But for the most part, I don't think there is a little bit of a drop off on it. And I'm trying to be, don't get me wrong, I'm trying to be more open-minded about it. I don't want to be closed-minded. I'm not like trying to hate on it, but I do think there is at least a little bit of a drop off between watching a casual WNBA game and a casual NBA game.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
I think learning more about the players helps a lot because for me, it's really the Valkyries in Minnesota. Like I could watch either of those two teams super easily and love it.
Minnesota is intimidatingly good.
Yeah.
Like I almost wish that I hadn't watched them because I don't know how the Valks are going to hang.
You know, it's also like
I know we're bench mob, but man,
you try to be like a Cal fan or a college football fan if it's not an SEC school. You watch the talent level of those guys.
It's
even
Cal
close
versus
to the
Alabama.
NFL. There's so many mistakes made, and I mean, it's way worse football than NFL football. But
that's that's not a bad comparison.
On that.
Yeah. I mean, I think some of the SEC and now the Big Ten teams, I think they're a lot similar to some bad NFL teams. But you're right. My beloved Cal Bears, watching one of their games versus watching an NFL game.
To compete for a national championship this year, though?
Yeah, Dave G said that we're going to be good this year, but he's
got the best recruiting class you could possibly imagine, right? Every time I look up, I see they got like
flying out of his ass.
The number 8 recruit, the number 3 recruit.
All right, you want to make the transition to college football talk where they rank in the top 25?
I might make this my transition out of the show. I don't know anything about it, but
Art's gonna give us a college football breakdown here with 4
names.
One thing, I can't name a college football player other than Arch Manning, and I don't know if his name's Arch or Archie.
Like if you're Art or Artie, I'll tell you this:
Archie, right?
I saw Dave G for. I saw Dave G for 30 seconds at Jake's daughter's birthday. And the first thing he said to me was something about Cal or whatever. And he's like, oh, no, they're going to be good this year. They're not going to be good. I promise you. I live
the best in the nation. It's Cal and everybody else.
Okay, answer me this. Are they ranked in the preseason top 25?
They've got to be from everything I read.
They're not.
Has the rankings have they come out yet?
Yeah, I sent you all these text messages.
They're all transfers and they're all young, so they haven't seen it yet.
They're going to compete next year. Although JKS is probably going to be in the draft. So
isn't their quarterback supposedly amazing too?
He is. JKS is really good, but he had so many balls dropped last year.
They're not going to make the. They're not going to make the playoff, even if they extended it to 24 teams. They're going to stink. I lived there in the glory years, and we had one chance to win it, and it was Aaron Rodgers against USC, and I had a lot of money riding on it in Vegas. I just turned 23 or something, and he choked. He had first and basically goal. It was 1st and 10 from like the 13. You can go look up all these facts because I'm pretty sure I got him word for word. And the guy just went 4 downs, failed his ass off. They lost to USC. That was Leinart and Reggie Bush. That was the last time they were good. They had Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Jackson, Marshawn Lynch, Travis Best. They had all the studs. Go ahead.
A year after Javid Best, he's a cop in San Francisco now. A year after that, they had a chance to be number 1 in the country.
I know.
And they lost it within 6 seconds. When we were at October.
Yeah, they were number 1. They were number 1 for 6 seconds. And then they lost at home against Oregon State or some shit.
Right.
I think you forgot to name maybe my favorite of them all, other than Marshawn.
Which one?
Tony G.
Forsett.
Oh, Justin Forsett. You got
I think he was before that era.
No, he was part of the era of the Cal being good. He was after. He was like, but they're getting worse, I think.
Who's the dude, the running back that went to the Patriots who could catch a good ball out of the backfield? He was a big time player for him too. Anyhow, all right, we're running out of time. Yeah. So just quick thing for the Niners.
8:30 out.
I don't take much for preseason games don't mean much, but I thought.
Yeah, I wanted to talk so much more NFL, but it's fine. The show went where the show went.
Jackson Dart got lit up. That was cool. That was crazy to see.
Wanted to talk about that. Yeah.
I just want to talk about the Niners really quick. Stribling had a really good game.
Yes.
And Shanahan, he's in Shanahan's doghouse somehow. I don't know how that happened.
What?
Yeah, all reports are the day after the first practice after that game, he's like playing with a third and fourth team.
How did you not send that to the text thread?
I've been busy. I've just had the busiest week of my life. I've been trying to tell you guys that over and over again.
Okay, why is he in the doghouse? Why would he be in the doghouse after such an amazing game?
Shanahan was kind of the press conference. They're like, how'd you like Stribling's performance? Everyone was kind of wowed by him. He's like, he was all right. He missed some assignments. I guess
he had 7 catches for 62 yards and
that's
3
Shanahan,
series.
dude. He did that to Ayuk originally. Put him in the doghouse.
Here's AI. Yes, according to several 49ers beat reporters and camp observers, rookie wide receiver Dazon Stribling is currently experiencing a classic stay in Kyle Shanahan's infamous doghouse. The demotion. Despite a stellar preseason debut against the Titans, Stribling was abruptly demoted, running with the second and third string offense and doing base well. The discipline. Observers noted him spending extended periods in practice on one knee, explicitly drilling on how to catch passes behind his body. This indicates a direct coaching intervention following an error or a drop.
What did he do?
Dude, Shanahan just loves messing with rookies' heads. Like he did it with Ayuk, and look where Ayuk is now. This is why I love when they draft receivers early. It always goes well.
You've been anti-Shanahan for a while now, Jake, and I've been fighting you and pushing back and saying that he's one of the greatest. I'm more shit like this, that mysterious bleeping car crash or whatever, and now this guy's in the dog. First of all, you know that Stribling was doing that against the Titans starting defensive back. And
correct.
You know the head coach is for the Titans, right?
Robert Saleh,
the greatest,
the guy who saved Shanahan's ass last year, exactly. And everyone gives Shanahan credit.
So what the hell did he do? He must have broke curfew or something.
No. He said he didn't like his play. He didn't like the way he played in the game.
In the game,
he was disappointed with him.
Well, because there's more than catching footballs, baby. He wants you to block downfield. He wants you to engage in the block. He wants you to finish the block. It's a classic rookie wide receiver, not doing all the dirty work.
Okay.
Give me Mike Evans. Get him out there.
He pulled the shit with Ayuk, and Ayuk balled out after like a year of being in the doghouse, but then look what it did to him long term.
Yeah, I know. The guy's full blown. By the way, has there been an update on that guy?
He's out to lunch, man. He needs. I
see we're not going to do the word, but is there?
What's up with the boy McCaffrey?
He gets signed. Oh yeah, that was. I wanted to get that damn. I wanted to get that damn audio. They said that he's doing like a fake injury hold in because
it's just a person and it's Chris Sims, right?
No. It was the second guy on. He was on Pat McAfee show. He's Ian Rappaport.
Oh. He probably said that from Chris Sims. They're just saying they think it might be. Not that it is, but could it be, right?
No, I know. But I mean, what he said was he recognized the timing that Gibbs and whatchamacallit from Atlanta got paid, and then all of a sudden he's got, huh?
What do you think?
I would say that the timing is not coincidental. I would say that he's probably trying to send a message. I mean, the difference is so startling. I mean, I didn't realize that Gibbs and why am I not thinking of his name? Robinson. No. Bijan. Yeah. I didn't realize they were getting 30, and I believe CMC is only getting like 16. So that's damn near double.
Just change in the caps like wildly this year.
Well,
they're going
the
up
caps
every year.
Continues to go up, but yeah, I mean, it just depends on when you sign your deal.
Did you see Quinnen Williams? Like, it made me think that there's something going on. Like the pay, like NFL. I mean, I know all the sports do, but like they didn't really look like normal NFL contracts. Like Quinnen Williams is like in his 8th year. Like I know that might be like quote unquote prime, but like in football, lightweight on the verge of getting old, right? Like
for sure.
You're on the line. Yeah. And I mean, what's the number he just got? Didn't he get like?
I think the biggest difference is, Art, in terms of the running backs, and you could tell me about Quinnen Williams, but in terms of the running back, do you remember that time where the running backs would have like meetings because they were going to like all together collectively hold out because they were being so undervalued? Like that time. Yeah, that time is now gone. Yeah, that time is now gone.
3 years, 106 for Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, Quinnen Williams got 3 years, 106 mil.
That's crazy, and he's not even an edge rusher. That's crazy money.
He's like a defensive stuffer. So
how much is guaranteed is the question.
$64 million fully
It all circles
guaranteed.
back, Jake.
And that's the question. The Dallas Cowboys sports franchise with Jerry Jones as the
You
sports
see they got Vaughn,
franchise's
by the way.
head.
I'm not gonna let you do your
second
spiel.
highest. Maybe Chris Jones makes more.
I love you, Jake, but I wasn't gonna let that go. Keep going. Did you see they also got Von Miller for $5.5 million?
Who
or
did? The
something?
boys?
Yeah, the Cowboys.
God
Dude,
damn.
How about
Niners
them
should have got him.
Cowboys? How about them Cowboys?
Jones.
How about them Cowboys?
Did you? I'm supposed to know the Chiefs, personnel. You see how
Yeah.
much that Chris Jones ended up getting after his holdout? Remember he
No.
held out a couple years ago?
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago, right? Yeah.
No, I know, but his contract's even more than Quinn. It's still higher. That fool ended
Really?
up 5 years, $159 million is what he got.
What?
God damn.
30, like 2 plus.
31.75 million. It included
Wow.
95 million guaranteed.
Whoa. No
Well,
wonder Pat had to restructure.
Exactly. My God, Chris Jones.
That's crazy.
Good.
And he
Lord.
definitely looks like he's on the backside of his career. I mean, it's this year is either revival or clearly he's, regressing. So it's this year.
Oh yeah. By the way, the thing that we skipped over in the beginning of the show is that, Jake, my prediction. First of all, are you two dads that are fully employed and have kids and a wife and all that stuff? Are you guys going to be out? We need to tell the people what time we're going to be on. I would like to do Tuesdays at either 7 or 8, whatever works
Yep.
better for you. But we have to have it set in stone. I don't want to hear about birthdays. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
about orientation. I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
hear about work. So
Oh,
we're going to
yeah.
have to make a set time and then make like a little flyer because we went from Tuesdays.
7:00.
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
with it.
Tuesday
Tuesdays at
next week.
7. That way we get the full football weekend out. We could go over
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
Zach,
And we're
I'll
not
be
going
good
up
till
against
9.
Monday Night Football.
I'll be good till
Okay.
9, even if Artie can only do an hour and a half. We can get that's gonna
Okay.
be very football centric. So I'm thinking we
Cool.
do a Thursday show too, to try and cover everything, like as a preview for the Niners and everything.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I'm ready
we
to
can
go,
add
guys.
stuff. We
Football
can add
season gets
stuff.
serious in the sportscasting world.
I just want to make sure that once we make so that'll be like our first show will be 9:15 or 14 or
Well,
something.
so
like that.
Niners lead off the season on a Thursday on 9:10. So would you want
Yep.
it? You want to say 9:08 is our first our new time on Heat Check?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
We can do a Niners preview. We can just
I
go
was
over
thinking
the
the
week.
yeah. No,
Let's
that's
do that.
fine. Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right, guys.
that'll
So
be the
September
launch.
8th, 7 p.m.
Yep. Okay, cool. And then it'll be every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Now, the thing that I've been wanting to say for an hour and a half now is that I have a feeling, Jake,
Yeah.
that any NFL topic that we do is Art's going to swing it in the Chiefs' direction. I don't know if you saw him doing that earlier, and then you were telling me that he sent you that one of the main topic points
That was
how
it. That was the
good-
number one non-Niners topic was Pat
How
Mahomes.
many-
is looking
Patty
good.
didn't even play in the preseason game.
Bro, how
Patty
many-
didn't play in the preseason game.
How many talking points are on the list?
I know
For
Patty's
you,
number one.
just the Chiefs.
No.
Oh, I don't know. I
didn't
didn't
make
look
the
at
goddamn list because you guys couldn't even bother. I'm joking, but really, I had like 8 topics. There's a lot of topics.
Yeah,
The
Patty
number-
Mahomes, number one
We're
talking point in the
talking
NFL right now.
Falling for the Dolphins. We're talking Cam Ward struggling for the Titans.
Wait, what
We're
about the
talking
Dolphins?
college guy that everybody loves. I think his
Wait,
name.
what about the
Jeremiah Watt,
Dolphins?
Having a good game, hurting the ankle. We're talking
high ankle sprain. What about the Dolphins?
Malik Willis. What a great opening drive. You see him just march down the field for a touchdown, throwing
He's
darts
throwing
everywhere.
He's
It's going to
throwing
be
big.
Malik Willis to
Big.
Malik Watt. Wait, is his name Malik?
Yeah.
Both of them are Malik? No, Willis isn't, is it?
The
Oh, so we
Dolphins
got
do?
Malik squared in Miami?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
You know who Malik is? You don't know Malik Washington? I was thinking
Yes,
Malik
I know
Washington, Malik Willis. I got confused with getting one name wrong. You got a one hell of a season ahead of you, Billy. You got Malik to
He's
Malik
throwing, Jake.
all
He's
day,
doing
baby.
it, You know, like if a guy was terrible at basketball and then you go up to him and just be like, man, you got game. Man, you're wet, bro. Yeah. That's what he's doing.
Ah,
Yeah.
did you? Malik
There-
Willis looks good. The Dolphins look nice, man. They got a new defensive-minded squad. They're going to go out there and fight,
my
play
God.
physical. They got Achane. They're saying he's going to get 40 touches a game, break him down. That's not good. But
That's not good.
Ball. Did you
Everyone
see
hit the
Mike
like
McDaniel?
button. Thanks, Tom Peralta, for letting people know. Hit the like, subscribe, Hum Daddies, heat check.
Yeah.
Did you see
subscribe,
how
like,
pumped McDaniels was for your ex-quarterback for the Herbert throw? Have you seen that on Twitter?
Oh
going around?
yeah. And you know the irony of that is that there was a big debate on whether or not the Dolphins should have drafted Tua or Herbert, and they went with Tua, and now he's with Herbert. I expect the Chargers to have a good year.
So,
Give a
guys,
run. So
last week,
real
did you
quick-
get into the Jaden Daniels number thing?
No, that came out after.
Okay, well, go ahead.
What are your thoughts
We
on
can
it?
save it. I mean, it's
No, I
ridiculous.
just want Art to tell the people. I want him to get his Chief stuff out. How has Patty
Nothing.
Mahomes looked so good when he did not play in the preseason game?
Well, I haven't even seen it. I just hear about it from everywhere. Everybody tells
I
me
haven't
Patty
seen it.
looks
Gotcha.
too good in
Guy
practice.
hasn't. Guy said I haven't. That's like religion right there. I didn't see Moses split the
I
Red
just trust
Sea.
my beat
You know,
writer.
I didn't
I
see
trust my
Jesus
beat writers.
clear. Got it. Your beat writer said
These
Patty's
guys are
dying.
telling you Patty's a man on a mission. The guy looks
Okay.
good. The guy looks
You got him as the
amazing.
favorites to hoist.
I'll be shocked if Patrick Mahomes and co don't march this season and just play from the only
Jake,
problem.
this guy
guys-
started the show by telling you better hope the Niners have a down season because if they make the Super Bowl, it'll be crushing to lose to them for a third time.
Absolutely
This
so
guy-
crushing.
and now he's admitting he hasn't even seen Patrick Mahomes. He's going off beat writers.
Zachariah,
No,
does that
he's
surprise you at
great.
all? Does that even
No, but
surprise
he's
you?
a-
Have you
he's
seen
a
all the
special
receiver?
soul,
He looks
Jake.
like
He's a
goddamn Wes
special soul.
Welker.
I
We
can't even
drafted
talk to him.
Cyrus Gray.
I wish I
believe
could
his
mute
name
his
is. He
mic.
looks like a magician out there. We got Ricey
Cut his
Rice.
Cut his mic.
What do you mean? What do you mean looks like a magician when you just said you haven't even seen him?
Well, I see highlights. I thought it depends what you're asking me. Have
He
I
didn't
watched
play
a
in
lot
the
of
game.
camp and games? No, but did I see all the highlights? Yeah, I see highlights.
So you're talking about practices.
No, not of Mahomes, of the players who played in the game.
Oh, okay. All right.
I saw highlights of the Rams Chiefs, and I've heard a lot of wonderful things about Mr. Mahomes.
Okay. All right.
So
But the
that
Chargers
is
worry me. To your point, Zach, we were talking yesterday about the division, or no, maybe that was Dom. Who was I talking about it with? Anyway, that is part of the problem. Is the division could be really good. You got the Broncos, you got the
Oh, yeah,
Chargers.
we didn't even talk Mendoza. Did you happen to catch that game, Jake?
I saw parts of it. I know he looked really good from what I hear.
Yeah, I mean he struggled under pressure. I think he was like 1 of 4 and had like a 33 passer rating under pressure. But in general, first of all, what I've learned is you want a dork. And unfortunately for me, the Dolphins had a dork. Tua was a dork. He wasn't like a guy that was hitting the clubs.
He
and
was also a
partying and was like
big Latter-day Saints guy, I think. Or a big,
yeah, but
yeah.
he was the problem was he could not extend plays and he was not a big boy like Mendoza is.
And he
But
got
yeah, I mean,
rocked a lot.
yeah, but I mean, what I liked more was his post game press conference. He was like, "There's a ton that I need to get better at." And they were like, "Well, is there anything that you did well? Do you think?" And he goes, "I think I really improved on my footwork, but I still need to improve on that." He said, "But there's a ton of stuff that I need to get better at." And then they said, "Well, how long after a game like this do you go and watch the tape and critique how you did?" And that fool said, "I'm doing that tonight." He's like, "I don't have anything better to do."
Yeah, he said he's not going to go to the strip ever. He's going to stay away completely from the strip.
I thought you were
No,
talking
that's a
about
good
Tua's
start for him
interview.
for sure.
I thought you were going to talk about how you thought Tua was a good interviewer, just at the height of the fucking
Tua's the
conflict
worst.
with Palestine. The guy said the number one place I want to visit is Israel. That was a pretty good one.
When was that? Not recently.
No, at the height of the conflict. They're like, so anywhere you're looking to visit? He's like, yeah, I'm really thinking Israel seems like
Someone
a great
else
place
just
to
said
visit."
that recently.
He didn't even know what he was doing.
I don't know.
I said that innocently. I guarantee you.
I believe it. That's what kind of
He's
makes
just
it funny.
he's just an idiot. He
And that's
he
not
made
even-
his debut with the Falcons and looked
Israel
like
could be
hammered
great.
dog
That's
shit.
my point. It had
Oh,
nothing even to do with it.
LeBron kind of said that recently. He's like, "Oh, I've never been out here. It's an amazing place. Yeah, I want to go." Just kind of tone deaf to everything.
Yeah,
But even now, just when he said it, it was quite incredible.
Yeah. Well, let's back off of that talk, or we're gonna get axed from YouTube.
deleted.
After all this,
Copyright
get
infringement.
our whole thing deleted. No, thank you.
Is YouTube allowed to
Copyright
do that?
infringement.
Huh?
Huh?
YouTube's not allowed to do that.
No, okay. Let's back off of daring YouTube to do things.
Yeah, let's not. Let's not. Anyways.
All right. Well, I guess that kind of concludes the show. Any last?
I'll end on a
notes?
light note. I'll end
Yeah.
on a light note and take a huge flag and an egg on the face.
Okay.
Your boy Billy came in here. Number one, now that this is the 8-month mark that we've been doing this show,
Yeah.
your boy Billy told you who broke baseball. Not recently. Before the season. Who did I say broke baseball?
Kyle Tucker.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the guy's the
What did I
worst player
say?
in baseball.
Guy is getting benched. His numbers at home. His numbers on the road.
You
are not
said now
bad.
that the Dodgers have Kyle Tucker, it's over. Like as if it wasn't already over.
They're saying he's the next Chris Bryant. He doesn't care now that he got paid.
Yeah.
That was the first time I said that baseball is over.
Yeah.
Then what was the second time I said baseball?
Your boy
was over?
Tariq Skubal, however you say his name. Tyreek Skubal.
Scooble. And what have they done since I said that? Their record is like 3-17. I still think it's over. Talk to me in the playoffs. But I found that to be hilarious. I've been watching Dodgers.
There was a point where
Dave
you were saying
Roberts came out.
you're saying if the Dodgers got Bellinger again, you said it was over too. You had some
Oh,
wild takes.
Belly
Wild takes.
was in there. Belly was in there. I've been telling you. Well, first of all, in my defense, they have won the last 2 World Series.
Yeah.
And this season's not over. But I was
No,
watching.
they'll be fine. They don't need either of those guys. They'll be fine without them.
I was watching Dave Roberts, who's like had it up to here. And I was just thinking, just a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I was saying this season's over. These guys have won the World Series. They get swept by the Brewers. They get swept by, I forget the other team. Anyway,
They're still 7 or 8 games up in the division.
I know they're still going to win it all. I stand by it, but this is not the moment to stand by it. I should probably, as we talked about, what
this
the
is the best
line
odds you'll get. Oh,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They've hit rock bottom. So, anywho, all right,
and their
boys.
rock bottom is 20 over 500.
Did you know the Arizona Diamondbacks were crushing it? I didn't.
They're in this thing, man. They're in this thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean by crushing
only
it.
reason why I knew it is because I was
Real
watching
good.
Dodgers downfall.
Yeah,
Now
Single
that-
digits back from the Dodgers. That means crushing it these days.
I feel like
That's true.
Arizona was struggling early this year. And maybe they weren't, but I thought
Yeah,
they were
sure,
really
but not
on fire.
everyone continued to lose every game like the Giants did.
Exactly.
Yeah, some turned it around, huh?
Yeah. Some kind of maybe play 500 ball here and there, you know?
Marte
Yeah,
got
that'd be
sent home
nice.
again today. Remember last year he got Kettle Marte? He got
Oh, yeah. I saw
something
that.
weird
He's,
happened with him last
he
year when he
missed the
first
game.
showed.
Yeah.
He like missed something yesterday, and now he's just like they just put his
He's on the
ass
do
somewhere.
not play list or like the not with team list or
Yeah.
who knows.
For
Anyway,
what?
not showing up to
No
something.
show to a game.
Oh, he's on my
No
fantasy
call, no show to the ball game. It's amazing. No call, no show. You just say, yeah. Sorry, coach. Sorry, pal.
Yeah, can't get a hold of him. Anyhow.
That's funny.
Dennis Rodman was never.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are the Hum Daddies. This is Heat Check. You can check us out on starting September 8th on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. I guess the next couple of weeks will be Mondays at 7 p.m. And let's get Thursday show fired up here soon. Hopefully, we'll let you guys in on that. So thanks to Don Peralta. Thanks for Mongo, RT Elmer. Thanks for Hercules Dan. Thanks to Rags. Thanks to Jakari Sweets. Thanks to DJ Greens. Thanks to everyone it seems like we had a lot of people tuning in tonight.
Julian, Dano, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So check us out online. Hum Daddies on Instagram, Zachariah, Twitter, Art No Sports.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff. All
I'll
right,
be
guys.
retweeting all my shit at Zach Sports, ZAK
At Zach
Sports.
Sports. There you go.
Got to get those views. You know what I'm saying? And Jake, good job. Even though we didn't use one video or one image, at least the show
I didn't
was
stop
not
the
broken.
show.
No, I know. At least it was. I was just gonna say, if you let me
No, I
finish,
know.
we didn't break it up into 3 parts. You know what I'm saying? And the good news is, here's one thing that I want to just give. They call this in the industry a tease, Art. They call this a tease. Can he not hear us right now? Is he just waving his hat?
He can
us?
hear you.
I don't think you can
Just
hear
saying.
me.
Just acknowledging the crowd for my greatness. I really did such a good show for us.
Oh, you should take a bow.
That's
You
what I'm
should-
doing.
yeah.
That's what,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
he's
doing.
tip of the cap.
One thing I want to do, which I think will be a lot of fun, is I want you guys to look at every NFL team's schedule and predict the win-loss. It's hella corny. It's
Yeah.
really low-hanging fruit when it comes to doing radio, but
Hey.
I really love it because what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to you guys and maybe I'll change my mind on some of my records, but then I'm going to put $100, which means $3,200,
Oh boy.
right? 100
boy.
times 32? No,
Oh boy.
$3,200
Don't
on
do it
every
based on
single
mine, please.
on every no. I'm gonna do my own. We're all gonna do our own on our own. Then we're gonna come together and say what we have for each individual team. And then I'm gonna bet on every over under win total for the NFL season.
All right, do you
then
want to
every-
present that on our opening Tuesday night show, September 8th?
Yeah. Because that'll be
When
before
does
the first
NFL
game.
season start?
September 10th. Niners
The
at
Niners are the
or
first
Rams and Niners in
Yep.
Australia.
Oh yeah,
September
London,
10th.
right? Or Australia
Yeah,
or wherever?
Australia.
In Australia.
Yeah.
I wonder if my
Will-
boy's going to the game. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna hit him up. I bet he is.
Oh, you should definitely hit
Where
your
is
boy
it?
up.
Sydney or
And-
Melbourne?
That's a great question.
I
I'm
think
not sure.
Melbourne.
Probably Sydney.
I think
Probably
Melbourne.
Sydney.
Will Aaron Donald be on that plane before we go?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you think it's
Aaron Donald to Ram.
I
That's
don't know if he'll
about
be
all.
on that plane. I don't know if he'll be in the lineup, but I think he'll be a Ram
Yeah,
before
good
it's all
point.
said and done this
There
year.
you
at
go.
some point.
That's what I agree with. I agree with what Jake just said, actually.
got you. All right, we'll see.
Will
All right,
Jorge
boys.
Kittle be on the plane?
Jorge Kittle
They're saying he's like 100% back. How the
They're
bleep
not
are
saying
people?
that.
Oh, that's
No,
what I'm
he's
hearing.
saying George is saying that.
Oh,
I don't think
He
Kenny
didn't
Ducker
say
is
that.
saying
He didn't say that. They asked
He's saying
him,
he's
I think-
clearing all the hurdles. He's clearing all the
Yeah.
numbers he has to do.
But all he said, they asked him if there's a chance he's going to be back week one. He said, yeah. He didn't say he's going to be
I don't
back.
think the team wants him to play week one, honestly.
It's
I
just
think
crazy that people are coming back from Achilles.
well, I
this
mean,
quick.
that's
probably
science. That's
advanced
the progression
modern.
of
Yeah,
science.
yeah. I know.
That's probably how people thought of other injuries, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, true.
ACLs used to put you out for your career. Now people come back from those in like 9 months.
Yeah, we're
All right,
probably
guys.
gonna live to 150.
Yeah, sure.
Modern
Okay.
science, modern science. Everything gets fixed. A lot
Hey,
quicker
AI's
than
coming
that.
and it's not all bad, It's-
Yeah.
there's
Well,
some
they're going
good
to take
stuff.
our jobs. They're going to be like, here's a Bill, here's a Jake, here's an Art. Have them talk about nonsense, Giants, old school stories or whatever. And then,
Already happening
check
in
will
the
be
acting
done.
world, dude. Already taking voiceovers and stuff.
yeah, we're toast. Anyways,
we're
we had a
toast.
good run, boys.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Peace.